All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please join us, invite your friends. Um, and if you have Facebook, if you don't mind, please post the link for our video on Facebook, Twitter, or any other website. Today, our topic is about Erdogan and other examples of Muslims considering those Muslim leaders as kuffar, and even some of them consider them to be converted to Christianity. Lately, the Muslims start talking about Erdogan, that obviously he become a Christian and he is the enemy of Allah and he is not a Muslim. And one of the most famous sheikhs for the Muslim in the world, his name is a Sheikh al-Maqdisi, and he is, let us say, the guideline for Al-Qaeda too, and the majority of the Muslims in the world. He announced that Erdogan is an ex-Muslim and he is a Kafer, and that Muslims should wage jihad against him. And in another way, he is saying that any Muslim he can get his hand on him or assassinate him, he should do that. So this is the mentality of the Muslims about someone like Erdogan. But how Erdogan became in the eyes of Muslims a kafir, Christian, infidel, enemy, how this happened? If you watch in the news and if you watch many of those Western media, they keep saying to you that ISIS are not Muslims, and the easiest way to prove it, that those people, they kill Muslims. So that because they kill Muslims, that means they are not Muslims. But because they are ignorant, do not know that in Islam, if you don't follow certain like rules in Islam, if you don't practice certain rules in Islam, you are not a Muslim. You are simply an enemy to Allah. And this is the only rule Islam work with when it's come to do and practice their religion with anyone. Which means, why you are an enemy to Allah? Because you don't pray to Allah, you don't believe in Muhammad, you don't pay zakat, you don't, etc. So you are an enemy to Allah. Now, if you are a Muslim by name or by birth, but you don't do any of those things, still for them you are the same as the Christian, the same as the Jew, the same as the Hindu. Now Erdogan, supposedly he is a person who pray 5 times a day. So how Erdogan became or become a kafir? Very simple. You see, the Muslims through history, and let me open the screen for you. Through their history, nothing changed. In the Middle East, we say, if you put the frame of a dog, of a tail of a dog in the frame for 1,000 years, and you take the frame off, you try to straight out the tail of the dog, put it in a frame for 1,000 years. The day you take the frame off, the tail will not be straight no more. So the Muslims, they try to straight each other by using violence. And in order for you to survive between Muslims, you have to claim to be a Muslim. Otherwise, you will not survive it. So what do? You bring their frame and you put it in your tail. Let us say you are the fox, you are the smart one who have a tail, nice tail. But the Muslim believe anyone who have a tail is not straight should be killed. So what do? You need to frame. You need to frame your tail, and the only framework is their frame. The second you stop using their frame, you are not one of them, for your tail is not straight. In other way, your tail is not Islamic. And if your tail is not Islamic, well, then the solution is very easy. They are going to kill you and they will announce jihad against you. Erdogan, he himself, he play the game of the tail with the Muslims. Erdogan, when he wants, he's a Muslim. He's a good believer. He read Quran, he recite Quran, he mention Allah each time he want to talk, make a speech. But this guy, he do nothing in his country anything have to do with Islam. As an example, if you go right now and search in YouTube about nightclubs in Turkey, you will find endless numbers of nightclubs. Women in Turkey, almost they don't, you know, I remember when I was in school in England, we used to have two Turkish women used to come to our class, and the second they enter our class usually have 13 14 people only, but the second we have those two ladies, they are young, I'm talking about ladies, but they are young. Our class is like 30, sometimes 40. Even the teacher, he don't even dare to look at them because what they are wearing is extremely nothing, and you can use your imagination. So if you go to Turkey after 15 16 years of Erdoğan Islamic party ruling this country, what in Turkey now is Islamic? Nothing. It is zero Islamic. The only thing about it is Islamic. The president, he have a wife, she wear hijab, and he allowed the Muslims in Turkey to wear hijab. That's all. Otherwise there's nothing in Turkey Islamic. The Muslim, they understand that very well. This guy, he don't want Islam in Turkey. He speak too much about Islam, but he don't want Islam. So what he want? This guy simply is an Ottoman student, which mean he is from the school of the Ottoman people, who they are the nationalists of Turkey, who they want to build or rebuild the empire of the Ottoman. The Ottoman, who they who control the Arab, who control the Muslims, who control even Europe if they can. They have a dream to accomplish, and how we accomplish the dream, that is not important. Erdogan, he's a Muslim, so he can get the support of the Muslims. At the same time, he's in the NATO. Now the NATO is not here, is really his idea. Turkey is part of the NATO before Erdogan and after Erdogan. But the question is, why Turkey is part of the NATO after Erdogan if he is an Islamic leader who don't believe in secularism and he don't believe in anything against Islam? How you can be part of the NATO and you are a Muslim? That was accepted in the time of the secular regime before Erdogan. They are atheists. That makes sense. But you are a Muslim leader, and yet you are part of the NATO and you stay in the NATO. Many Muslims, they consider this behavior as nothing but taqiyya, and we spoke about taqiyya before. So Erdogan, his country is bankrupt. If you remember, a few years ago, almost Turkey went bankrupt totally, and the only one saved them, it was the stupid American, as usual. They flood Turkey with money and investment to save Turkey, and they were able to save the economy until now. Now the economy is collapsing again, and the Turkish lira almost have no value, and soon the same size of a Turkish lira will not buy the same size of a toilet paper. Erdogan, he cannot survive, and he need to practice taqiyya in order to survive. Taqiyya, he used taqiyya in two sides. You see, taqiyya have two faces. If you go in the Quran, let us go to the Quran, and you will see that Muhammad, he taught taqiyya, but his followers, they practice taqiyya even before he mentioned it, and the Quran speak about that. Let me show you the situation of Erdogan. All right. In front of us here, we will see some verses speaking about the Muslim practicing taqiyya, but in this case, practicing taqiyya with Muhammad, practicing taqiyya with Muhammad in order to survive, so they will not die. Muhammad, he sent a clear message to the Arabian people in chapter 48 verse number 16, saying that Allah told me to say to you, if you don't convert to Islam and you join me in jihad to kill the enemies of the Allah, which mean my enemy, I will kill you all. Say to the desert Arab who lagged behind, what lagged behind me? They will not join Muhammad to do jihad, and they will not join him in Islam. Or even some of them, they converted to Islam, but they don't want to practice Islam to do jihad. So Muhammad, he sent them a warning, claiming that this is a warning from Allah, Aka Muhammad. He said, you shall be summoned to fight against a people, given like a mighty war, power, blah, blah, blah. Then you shall fight, or you shall surrender. You shall fight or surrender. You see here they translate the word submit. Submit does not exist in the verse. It says either you fight or you convert to Islam, which means you surrender. So Muhammad, he made it clear, I have no two solutions for you. Either you surrender to me and you announce me as a prophet and you join my army, or I'm going to kill you all. So now the Arab, they have to come with a solution. Muhammad, he made it clear, either you surrender to me or I'm going to slaughter you, tribes and individuals, with no mercy. So what we should do? The only way to survive someone like Muhammad is to surrender, which means to convert to Islam. You see it? Say into those of the wandering Arabs who were left behind, you will be called against a folk of mighty powers, pros, to fight them until they surrender. And if they obey, Allah give you a fair reward. So if you obey and you join me in Islam, I will not kill you. Now the Arab, they notice that we cannot match with the army of Muhammad. They are a bunch of criminals, outlaw, and we better play taqiyya. And this, in this case here, taqiyya is not an Islamic taqiyya. This is a taqiyya before Islam. But now they practice taqiyya, and Muhammad, he got them busted. He knew that they are practicing taqiyya. How we know that? If we go just the second chapter after that, chapter 49 verse number 14, it says Muhammad is speaking to the Arab. The desert Arabs say, we believe. Say, okay, who's saying say? Allah is saying to Muhammad to tell the Arab supposedly. And when we say Allah saying to Muhammad, this is Muhammad himself saying to Muhammad, or Qatham, his real name. So the Arab, they say, we believe. Okay, tell them, you have no faith, but ye only say, we have surrender to Islam. We became a Muslim. Actually, here the word is Muslim. We became Muslims. So don't say we believe, say we became Muslims. Okay, well, hold on. Don't say we believe, say we become Muslims. What does that mean? What Muhammad is saying to those Arab, don't play taqiyya with me. I am the founder of taqiyya. I am the master of taqiyya. I know you don't believe in me. I know you think I am a false man. I know that you believe that I am nothing but a scam. I know, and I say to you, I am not a stupid. I know that you have no faith. All what you did, you say we became Muslims. Okay, you are Muslims, but you are not a believer. And Muhammad explained to the Arab more. He says, for not yet has faith enter your hearts. Okay, how they became Muslims then? How those Arab became Muslims if faith did not enter their heart? Any Muslim have an answer? Anyone? How the Muslims enter the faith? I mean, enter Islam. They surrender to Islam, but they don't have faith in Islam. How somebody became a Muslim but he don't believe in Islam? That is impossible. No, it is possible, my friend. It is taqiyya. This is the taqiyya from those who converted to Islam against Islam. You see, the taqiyya, as I said, it have two faces. The face where Muslim they can play taqiyya against you as non-Muslim, and this is what Erdogan he do with America, and this is what the Prince of Qatar he do with America. Like in Qatar, the Prince of Qatar is the best friend for Al-Qaeda. In the same time, he is the best friend to America. Like how that can be? How Al Jazeera TV is the official TV station for Al-Qaeda and ISIS. How Al Jazeera TV, they spend 1 week. I am the one who closed Al Jazeera TV. Me. There was a station, it's called Al Jazeera TV Mubashir, which means life. The day USA announced that they killed Osama bin Laden, Al Jazeera TV immediately they open an air program to receive phone calls from Muslims around the world to praise the hero, the majestic hero, the amazing murderer Osama bin Laden. I recorded. I am the one who sent that to the FBI and every department in the state, you name it. In less than 48 hours, Al Jazeera Mubashir was closed. And people, they said to me, what you can do about it? I mean, they will not listen to you. No, I did. And it was closed. They shut it down immediately. And now actually this TV station is not exist no more. Even Al Jazeera themselves, they stopped doing that program. So Al Jazeera TV speak against America 24 hours, 7 days a week. But less than 1 mile away, there is the biggest American base in the world, not only in the Middle East. And this American base have electricity free, paid by the Prince of Qatar. The land free, paid by the Prince of Qatar. The garbage free, paid by the Prince of Qatar. The water free, paid by the Prince of Qatar. How the Prince of Qatar is the best friend for them? He is a Muslim Brotherhood. They hate the kuffar. You know the Muslim Brotherhood, the logo of the Muslim Brotherhood. Let me show you the logo first. Hold on. Let me search for the logo. Give me a second. I will switch my screen off. Let me get you the logo of the Muslim Brotherhood so you can get an idea what we are talking about, what kind of cult we are talking about. All right. Let us see. All right. I'll try to take you to the Muslim Brotherhood official website. Actually, here we go. The logo in front of us. You see the logo? This is the logo of the Muslims Brotherhood organization. And this is the official website of the Muslims Brotherhood. All right. So here it says, let us see, waiting for the website to open. The official website for the Muslim Brotherhood in the world. In the top, they have a logo. Let me show you the logo. Hold on. I hope we can go to the logo directly. Well, no. Let me do this. Let us go to Google Photos then. Yeah, we have to go to Google Photos. All right. If you go here, if you look in the logo, let us zoom in. You will see here there is a word. It says wa'iddu. Let us zoom in. Give me a second. Or let us click on this one maybe. All right, that's better. You see here, there's two swords, and there's a logo. There's a word in Arabic here. It says wa'iddu. Anyone knows what a'iddu? What is that stand for? Wa'iddu. Prepare for them. Prepare. Okay, prepare what? This is a statement taken from the Quran. They cannot put the whole verse there in the logo. So they took a verse from the Quran which it says wa'iddu. Okay, what wa'iddu? Let us see. وأعدوا لهم ما استطعتم من قوة ومن رباط الخيل ترهبون به عدو الله وعدوكم وآخرين من دونهم. What does that mean? I mean, let us see. This is the logo of the Muslims Brotherhood, chapter 8, verse number 60. Translation. Against them, make ready your strength to the utmost of your power, including steeds of war, to strike terror in the heart of the of the enemies of Allah. By the way, the translation is very funny and very stupid, you know, because here is speaking about a'iddu lahum, from your horses. You know, the translator that they take the horses off because that will make the Quran look stupid and outdated. I mean, imagine a Muslim Brotherhood, Erdoğan, is reading for us now. He want to fight the Russian, let us say, and he is preparing the horses to fight the Russian, reading this verse from the Quran. But this is what it says. So the Muslims, when they translate in English, they try to abrogate the Quran, you know, because the Quran is outdated and looks stupid. And speaking about preparing our horses, what horses? Horses, right? Do you see here the word horses appear? Do you notice? Do you notice the word horses here appear? In the other translation, the word horses disappear. What happened? Because the Muslims, they knew if they translate the word horses, it's stupid, it's silly. The Muslim, they say to us, the Quran is for every time, and this is the duty of the Mujahideen. Don't Allah, he knew that not long after they will have tanks and airplanes. So now we prepare for them horses. So this is the logo of the Muslims Brotherhood. Prepare for them your arms and your horses. To who? To kill the enemy of Allah. Thereby you may dismay the enemy of Allah and your enemy, and other besides them who you know not. This is the logo of the Muslim Brotherhood. Okay. This is the logo of the Prince of Qatar. This is the logo of the Erdoğan. So how Erdoğan he have a membership in the NATO? How Erdoğan he have more than one American base in Turkey? How Qatar voluntarily invite America to open the biggest base and he pay for it in his country? What is prepare for them your horses and your arms? Taqiyya. This is taqiyya. America now is the most powerful country. So what we do? We go with them, fight them? No. And we have a guidance from the Quran, not only the verse chapter 3 verse 28. There's verses in the Quran encourage Muslims to play weak, to play peaceful, as long they don't have the power to do so. Anyone remember what verses we are going to talk about? Who want to remember? You remember before I called the guy, what's his name? I forgot his name. He was live in ABN. He called himself Sheikh, and he said to me, "You are lying. It doesn't say that in the verse." Who remember the video? Anyone remember the video? If you have it, post it in the so people they will see how we buzz them live. ABN, they brought two Christians. They have no idea what Islam is about. One of them is ex-Muslim, and the other one is an American, I think, as I remember. And this guy was playing all kind of games, and those two Christians, they have no idea what to say to him. I could not take it no more. It took me less than 30 seconds to take him down. I broke his nose, his toes, and all his fingers, and he will never ever. And I challenged him to debate me. He said, I cannot debate someone like you. You have no respect. Yeah, sure, I have no respect. Liars. Chapter 47, verse number 35. It tell Erdogan and it tell the Prince of Qatar what to do in the case of America, in the case of Germany, in the case of Russia, what we should do. Those European countries now, they are a lot stronger than us. We cannot even fight them for a second. So what we do? This is what we do. Simply, we will not cry for peace. Allah saying to them, cry not for peace as long you are the uppermost. So Muslims should not go for peace with the enemy of Allah. Peace with who? Peace with anyone is the Muslim. Muslim, they should go in war until there's no non-Muslims left. This is what Islam is about. As long there's non-Muslims, Muslims are in war. As long there's 1 inch in this earth is not controlled by Sharia law, Muslim, they should be in war with the other inch which is not controlled by Sharia law. To make it simple, even the Muslim, they agree that Islam divide the world to, let us say, 3 territory. One of them is a gray. The land of Kafer, which means is controlled by non-Muslims. The land of Islam, which is controlled by Muslims and practice Sharia law. The land of Fitna, where there is Muslims but there is no Sharia law. The land of Fitna and the land of Kuffar, both of them, they are the land of war. But if we cannot go in war, what we do? For we are not the uppermost. Allah allow that. You can sign peace agreement, but this peace agreement is not an agreement as much it is a taqiyya. The day you feel that you are the uppermost, what do? That peace agreement is not exist and not valid. This is why we will see that in the Quran there's a chapter, actually the real name of the chapter is Bara'a. What Bara'a mean? What is Bara'a? Muhammad, he signed an agreement with the Kuffar, and now Muhammad became strong. He do not need a peace agreement. He needed the peace agreement to prepare himself. Now he do not need the peace agreement. Chapter 9 verse number 1. Allah said to him, Bara, which means freedom from any obligation. All the peace agreement we did, bingo, it's gone. Why? Because Muhammad now, he have the power. And this is in perfect match with the other verse in chapter 47, where it says, cry not for peace when you are the uppermost. So Muhammad now, he is confident that he can be the uppermost. He is allowed to have a peace agreement, which means he allow himself to have a peace agreement as long he is not the uppermost. But the second you are the uppermost, why you want to be stupid and have a peace agreement? So this is the Islamic taqiyya, which is again repeated in chapter 328 and in many chapters. So Muhammad, he practiced taqiyya, or the Muslim, they practice taqiyyas in 2 ways. One taqiyya is against non-Muslims, and this is one of them, the one we see in front of us, which means we sign for peace. We sign for peace, like now Egypt sign for peace with Israel. But do you really believe that the Muslims will have a peace with Israel? Anyone really here believe that the Muslims, they agree to have a peace agreement with the Jews? Who agree here? Who think that this is possible? Any one of you here agree, or he think really that Muslims, they sign a peace agreement, truly an agreement with the Jews? If you think so, let me tell you the bad news, my friend. You are very wrong. And the verse in the front of you, the Muslims are forbidden to have such an agreement, and the only condition to sign that agreement is if they are not the uppermost, because this is what the verse saying. Don't go for peace agreement if you are the uppermost. Okay, so now if we are not the uppermost, then you can do it. But if you became an uppermost, that agreement is not valid no more. This is a temporary agreement. The purpose of it is just to do taqiyya, so we can survive. What we can do, they are stronger than us now. How we can fight them? How Egypt can take back Sinai from Israel? They will never be able to take it. They tried. So what we would do? Okay, we sign a peace agreement. We could not take it by war. We take it by agreement. We sign a piece of paper, mean nothing. And one day, if we have the uppermost, we are going to attack the Jews and destroy the state of Israel. So if you are an Israeli and you think really you have a peace agreement with your neighbor, that's when you are officially like an official fool, if we can say so. An idiot, you know. You cannot have a peace agreement with those people. It's against their religion. Muhammad, he said it clearly, especially for the Jews, you know, and actually not only to the Jews, everybody. The Quran said, you see, that the problem is when I start to talk about a topic, I don't really prepare for a topic, but many of you maybe they have a hard time to follow with me, because we start talking about something and then we find ourselves quoting another verse and then another verse, another verse, and some people they have a hard time to follow up because it's too much information. My friend, it's a video. You can stop the video anytime or replay the video and you can take the reference down. Muhammad, he have an obligation. He signed a peace agreement. If you ask the Muslim, they say no, they attack him. They attack. My friend, it is Muhammad who attacked them. The Muslim, they say that Muhammad, he flee from Mecca because they wanted to kill him, and they fabricate a story that Muhammad, he made his cousin Ali sleep in the bed so he can run away. I mean, imagine how silly this story is. Mecca is a small tiny village and there's no roads around. I mean, it's nothing. The houses are scattered all over. So if somebody walk in the street, people, they will see you from a mile away. There's no even street. Even after Muhammad, he came back to Mecca. After Muhammad, he controlled Mecca. Even Muhammad, when he is in Medina, the neighbors, everybody see the wives of Muhammad when they are doing poo-poo. This is why the chapter of Al-Hijab came down. If you remember, where Omar, he said to the wife of Muhammad, Sauda, the women, they hold their poo-poo all day long and they go out at night in the dark. They have no bathroom. Those Arab, they have no civilized life. You know, they're I saw houses in Saudi Arabia. They are not built in the time of Muhammad. They are built long after, let us say 100 years ago. Trust me, it is not even good for a goat. There's nothing inside. The walls is funny. The roof is from the cave time. I mean, it's nothing. So how Muhammad, he was able to escape if people want to kill him? It's impossible. They say no, he asked his cousin Ali to sleep in his bed. First of all, this is a cowardly behavior, to ask a child to sleep in your bed, and then they will go inside your room supposedly and they will put their sword in the blanket, and then the one who will be killed as a child, he is your cousin. What a filthy prophet you are. Secondly, nobody can back up those stories, for there is no way if they want to kill him he can escape. And in the same time, those are his families. Who is the one want to kill him? His cousins? His uncles? Who? Muhammad, he left Mecca by himself willingly, for he became the joke of everybody. He could not take it no more. He went to Al-Madinah. He practiced taqiyya with the stupid Jews. And I say the word is stupid because the result proved to us that they were stupid. They've been slaughtered by Muhammad, the same one they hosted him. Let me tell you what the Jews did at the time of Muhammad. Now I know that some people, they would think, okay, Christian Prince now is teaching something against the Jews. I'm not teaching against anyone. I say things as it is. You like it, you don't like it, it's your business. When Muhammad, he started his cult, he claimed to be Nasara. Now Nasara are not Christians. The Muslims, they translate the word Nasara as a Christians. Nasara are a group of the Jews who wanted to stay as a Jews. In the same time, they believed in some of a Christianity, some of it. It's a cult. It's a, let us say, it's a Jewish cult more than it is a Christian cult. In the beginning, Muhammad, he was trying to find a group to join because he's no one. And when you are no one, you have to join somebody so you can be something. إن الذين آمنوا والذين هادوا والنصارى والصابئين ومن آمن بالله وباليوم الآخر وعمل صالحا فلهم أجرهم عند ربهم ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. Chapter 2, verse number 62. What a disaster. Muhammad, he announced that the Christians, the Nasara in this case, not the really Christians, and the Jews and the Sabians, they are going to go to heaven. For all of us, we are the same. We are Muslims. All of us, we are the same. All of us, we are Sabian. All of us, we are Nasara. How that can be? Muhammad was trying to join a group. The Jews at that time, they found in Muhammad someone they can use. How they can use? I mean, what the point of Muhammad? What is the benefit of Muhammad? You see, the Jews through history, they have a painful history with the Christianity. And what is the painful history with Christianity? That the Jews always losing numbers and people joining from Judaism into Christianity. And the Jews, because of that, they consider themselves for a long time, and actually even some of them, they are until now, they are the worst enemy, and Christianity is their worst enemy. So each time there's a cult leader, he looked like he is going to make Christianity weaker, they sponsor him. And Muhammad was a great opportunity. Muhammad, he claimed that he believed in Isa. That's wonderful. So he believed in this Christian belief, you know. He believed in Mary. Okay, wonderful. Sound like, and he is stupid. So perfect. That will make people, Jews like us, will make them see Christianity looks stupid, because look at Muhammad, he is one of them. He's from the Nasara. And remember, I said Nasara are a Jewish movement, they are not a Christian movement. Are you getting the point? Anyone understand me? The word here, Nasara, this is not really a word meaning Christians. There's no Christian in the Middle East, including me, call himself Nasara. You will never find one. We are not Nasara, and we have nothing to do with Nasara. Ask any Arab Christian, he will say to you, "Ana Masihi." Masihi mean I belong to the Messiah. As simple as that. The name of the Messiah in Arabic, Al-Masih. So who I am, Masihi, which mean Messianic. You know, you say Messianic Jew. So I am a Messianic Arab. As simple as that. The word you see, Nasara, have nothing to do with the word the city of Nasira, by the way, or the Naziran. You know, the Nasara is a word was given by the Christians, the real Christians, to this Jewish group as a title, and this word mean those who have a poor. The word Nasara is a word mean poor. Poor in what? Poor in understanding the Bible. So the Christians, they gave them a name. They call them the poor, not poor in money. They are Jewish, they are very rich. They are not poor, they are wealthy, but they are poor in understanding the teaching of Jesus. And that name was a name of a cult which is rejected by the Christians, and all those members of this cult are Jewish. Take a note. And then this cult, when the Jews, they flee from Israel, and all of you, you know why. I don't know how many of you knows too much about history. After the Roman became Christians, the Jews, they suffer. Why? Because simply they try their best to fight Christianity. In the same time, let us say maybe there is some places they have unfair treatment. They were discriminated by the Roman, for they are just Jews. However, the Jews they choose a wrong path to do or to deal with this discrimination. They join the enemy of the Roman Empire. In the year 614, the Jews they join the Persian in their attack on Jerusalem, and Jerusalem was almost burned, and the church, the Holy Church in Jerusalem, all the churches were burned. And actually the Quran spoke about this moment. But I'm trying to explain to you why those Nasara are exist in Saudi Arabia. The Jews and those Nasara, they flee anywhere is under the control of the Roman, which is a Christian. Where is that can be? Anywhere. And Saudi Arabia was not under the control of the Roman. There's a chapter in the Quran, it's called the chapter of the Roman. Chapter 30, verse number 1, 2, 3, etc. The Muslim they say in here there's a clear prophecy about the Prophet Muhammad. They say that Muhammad he predicted that the Roman will be victorious on the Persian. But if you read this verse carefully, if you have my books, you will see the answers I have there, proving Muhammad to be a false prophet based on this chapter. The news came to Muhammad that the Roman were defeated, and here you will notice it says Alif Lam Mim, ALM. If you ask any Muslim what does that mean, he will say to you Allah knows best. Let us think about it. You see, I don't want to change my topic about the taqiyya, but you see how the information take us to different, and I mean, you find yourself walking in books in history without knowing, even though you are talking supposed about something else. But in order to give you an image, we have to cover many things in the same time. And please, guys, don't forget to invite your friends. Let us have more people here. Like I see only 200 something here, 220. I mean, why? I saw in one app there's a girl, she was changing her pant, her jeans, and not in front of the camera. She changed her room and come back. She was having 700 people watching. Other video, she was like 2,500. A woman, she trying a lipstick. I mean, come on. We need a camera and the women doing lipstick here, and we will get a lot more viewers. So the news arrived to Muhammad that the Roman defeated, and the non-Muslims they were making fun of Muhammad. Look, read with me carefully, because many people when they read, they don't notice what's happening here. And here actually, this is in total agreement with my claim that Muhammad was claiming to be Nasara. You see, Muhammad, when he claimed to be Nasara, he claimed to be Christian, because he did not know better. He know what he know, that the Nasara are the Christians. For around him there is no Christians, there's only Nasara in the place where he lived. So the Roman, which is supposed to the Nasara, according to Muhammad, he think they've been defeated. And the Arab, who they are not Nasara, they start making fun of Muhammad, and the Jews too. They start making fun of Muhammad. Why they are making fun of Muhammad? What is the business of Muhammad? The Roman, they are defeated, so why Muhammad will be upset? Because Muhammad, he considered himself Nasara, and now the news arrive that the Nasara are defeated by who? By the pagan. So Muhammad, he wanted to prove to them that my people will not be defeated. Allah told me this. So the Roman Empire has been defeated. Who's talking? Supposedly Allah, Aka Muhammad. In the land close by. But they, even this after the defeat, they will be soon victorious. Actually, the translation is very silly and very stupid. It says here in Arabic, "Fi bid'i sinin," which mean in less than 9 years, between 3 to 9 years, they will be victorious. Within few years, with Allah is the decision. In the past, in the future, in the day shall the believers rejoice. Hold on, hold on. Why the believers shall rejoice for the victory of the Roman? Anyone can tell me? Let us see who of you is walking with my dots. Anyone understand? Why the Muslims, who they are? Who is the believers? Who is the believers here? The Muslims or the Roman? Why the believers, if they are the Muslims, will rejoice because the Roman, they are victorious? Any Muslim can tell me? Why the believers will rejoice? Whoever they are, let us say they are the Arab or either maybe the Roman. If they are the Roman, that's a disaster, because a few years after Muhammad, he decided to kill them all. So how they are believers and they are kuffar? How the Quran says those who believe in Jesus as God, they are kuffar. Those who believe in the Trinity, they are kuffar. So who is the believers who they will rejoice? Any Abdul can tell us? If those are the Muslims, why the Muslim will rejoice for the victory of the Roman? Anyone knows? Anyone knows? No answer. No answer. Because at that moment, Muhammad, he was speaking about the Roman as believers. They are believers like him. So when they insulted Muhammad, saying to him, "Your believers, the Roman, your people, they've been killed, they've been defeated," Muhammad, he felt offended, for he claimed to be one of them, and now the God of the Roman is not working. This is how he see it. They start making fun of him, that where is your God? What is, you keep saying to us we will be victorious, we will be victorious, blah victor, blah 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 blah. Here we go. The Roman are defeated. Muhammad, he could not take it no more, and he told them, Allah told me that they will be victorious and the believers will rejoice. Who is the one who will rejoice in the victory? The Roman, because they are the one who they are defeated. Why the Muslim will be? You know what? I challenge any Muslim to give me an answer. If there is any Muslim who ate too much halal food lately, he can give us an answer why the Roman or why the Muslims even they will rejoice for the victory of the Roman. Imagine, guys, that Allah, he said to Muhammad, the American, they lost the war in Vietnam, but in a few years the American will rejoice, and he called them believers. Trump will rejoice. If we call Zakir Naik right now and we ask him what happened, taradan, 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 taradan. Assalamu alaikum. Walaikum salam. Brother Zakir Naik, sorry if we wake you up. It's time to pray. Yes, actually, prepare with me. We have a question about the chapter of the Roman. First of all, don't ask me. I know exactly who are you. You can send your name, you can send your voice, but I know exactly who are you. Your name is Trump. No. Okay, not Trump. Hold on. Speak more, speak more. I am actually. Okay, I know you. Hold on. You are Ahmadiyya. No. Okay, hold on. You are an Indian Hindu. No. Okay, I give up. I'm Christian Prince. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I swear by Allah, I knew it. First of all, what do you want to do with the chapter of the Roman? I will tell you why you are interested. Because first of all, obviously you are a Roman. Secondly, I saw your picture in the internet. You look blonde. And number three, you keep saying in the internet I'm black African American, which is absolutely it's impossible. How you can be black African American from Japan and you are blonde in the same time? Obviously, you are a liar. Brother Zakanak, it was a joke. I was just joking, but I have a question. Can you answer it now? Okay, go ahead. Why the Quran said that the Roman, they are believers and they will rejoice in the chapter of the Roman? First of all, you are assuming that the Roman will rejoice. The fact it's not the Roman, it was the prophet and his companion. Okay, brother, why the prophet and his companion they will be rejoiced because of the victory of the Roman? Because simply they should rejoice. Imagine in this time you are watching the match of football between Germany and the Roman, and you are a fan of the Roman, and the Roman today they are defeated, and then you have a prophecy from a great prophet, his name is the Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him, saying that the Roman they are going to win the second match. So why you will not rejoice? But what does have to do with being a believer? Why they are the believers? I thought the football is haram. You are stupid, and I told you you are stupid. This is not an example, it's a parable. Don't you read in the Bible that Jesus he used parable? It's a parable. It's not true. We Muslim we don't like football. It's haram. But I'm giving you a parable because that's how we understand. You are stupid. Okay. But still you do not explain to me, because this parable did not match with reality. You Muslims are not fan of the Roman. You hate them. And your prophet, he fought the Roman a few years after. So why he will rejoice for their victory? There is many things in the Quran. Nobody knows what it means, save Allah. So let me to make a thought. Your questions are very stupid, and I have no answer for you. And I tell you, if you call me one more time, I'm going to assume and I'm going to sue you to the FBI for sexual harassment, because always you call me after middle of the night, and obviously there is something behind this call. Don't call me again. And that's the end of the Islamic answer. The believers will be rejoicing for the victory of the Roman. Is that true? Do we have any Muslim additional to Zakir Naik have different opinion? So do you see, guys, how we support and we prove that Muhammad was claiming to be one of those believers who they are the Nasara? The Nasara for Muhammad, he think oh the word is Nasara, but he do not know, the idiot, that the Roman don't believe in what the Nasara believe. Nasara are a Jewish cult who believe in some of Christianity and Judaism in the same time, which mean they want to keep the law of Moses. In the same time, they believe in some of a Christianity, some, not all of it. And Muhammad, he copied from them many stories. All the stories about who Muhammad, he called him Isa, which means Asos, taking the Greek name. All those stories are taken from the books of Nasara, like the story of Jesus creating from the mud the bird. Search it, you will find where it's coming from. Muhammad, he took it from the Nasara. The Nasara, obviously, those Jewish, they have books which we don't agree with and we don't accept to be part of the Bible. Muhammad, he take his stories and his ideas about what it's called Christianity from the Nasara, and he think the Roman are Nasara too. Let me be sure that my Skype is on. Hold on, in case any Abdul wanna call us, because as you know, customers come first. We want to be sure that Muslims, they've been given the opportunity to call us, and to refute, because trust me, Muslims, they can refute me so easy. It's so easy, but they are very humble. They don't want to do it. All right. And now my Skype is on for anyone from the Muslims. And please, only if you are a Muslim for now, call me. Later, maybe we can give a chance for non-Muslims to call. Do we have any Muslim? Any Muslim would like to call me? All right. Well, if you feel like you want to call me and you think you can do it, please feel free. So here we prove clearly that Muhammad is taking the side of the Roman, and he believed the Roman and the Muslims both are believers, and this will demolish all the claim that the Muslims, they say that at that time the Bible was corrupted, because how the Roman are considered believers to the point that the believers will rejoice for the victory of the believers. And why Muhammad get upset for the victory, for the defeat of the Roman? What is his business? Isn't it Muhammad who said attack the Roman and get their blondie girls? Yeah, this is later. Later, when Muhammad he said to the believers, the Roman, I am a believer like you, but I am a prophet, accept me. They refuse. Then he waged war against them. Now we go back to the taqiyya. The Muslim Brotherhood, their logo is taken from this chapter in front of us, chapter 8, verse number 60. Make ready for them arms and horses to kill them all, to install terror in the heart of the disbelievers. Terror. This is the logo of the Muslim Brotherhood. Okay. Erdoğan believe in that. This is his logo because he's a member of the Muslim Brotherhood. The Prince of Qatar, he is a member of the Muslim Brotherhood. The King of Saudi Arabia, he is an enemy for the Muslim Brotherhood, but he believes in the same verse. The Muslim Brotherhood is just an organization, a global organization to take over the world using political Islam, organized party of Islam. And actually, there's more powerful party than Muslim Brotherhood. It's called Hizb ut-Tahrir. Hizb ut-Tahrir is more spread, and it's created by someone from Israel, a sheikh from Israel. And Hizb ut-Tahrir, they believe in killing all the Jews and all the Christians, establish Sharia law, the same exactly as the Muslim Brotherhood. But the difference between them, the Muslim Brotherhood, they are smarter, they are like a snake. They use taqiyya in everything they do. So now we showed you how taqiyya is a practice in Islam. There is taqiyya against Islam, which the Arab they practiced. The Arab themselves they practice. And those Arab, they don't want to be killed, so they practice taqiyya against Islam. And he said, and Muhammad, he said to them, well, I know you believe not, but you say you are a Muslim. Say you are a Muslim. قالت العرب, the Arab, they said, آمنا, we believe. Say to them, you did not believe, but say aslamna, we became Muslims, which means we surrender. The screen is not showing. Okay, thank you for telling me. That is the taqiyya which you can use against Islam, which means you can lie, and Allah proving that. Allah have no problem with you lying. Hello?
Hello, brother.
Hey, Amir, how are you, my friend?
Is there CB?
ZB. How are you doing, my friend? How is everything?
I'm fine, BB.
How is Germany?
It's fine. It's okay. I had a live stream 2 hours ago. and try my best to bring people to Christ and tell them that Christ is the only salvation that we have, human. And this is the most important thing to say to the people, that Christ is the only way, the truth, and the life. And yes,
That's wonderful.
this was my
What do you think, Amir,
attempt.
about the verses we are reading now? This verse about Muhammad saying to the Arab, "You believe not, but you are a Muslim." What do you think about it? Chapter 49,
Yeah.
verse number 14. Maybe you can read it in German for the German people, if there's German with us. I don't know how many German there are here.
Oh, hey,
Chapter
guys.
49, verse number 14.
One. What the topic is Munafiqun and Taqiyya.
We are showing them how taqiyya practice in two ways. We have a caller, T Cat. Let me be sure first he's a Muslim.
Okay.
Hold on. Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Yes, are you live on air?
Yes, I'm live on air. Who's talking with me, please?
I'd rather not say my name. I just have a question.
Sure. What is the question? Go ahead.
I've been married for 21 years,
Okay.
and I was raised a Christian, and I consider myself Christian still. But my husband is a Muslim, but I really don't consider him 100% Muslim, because he doesn't really, I think I know more than he does, just from watching your videos and hearing them. But the only problem I have is I have 4 daughters. And I know for myself, I teach them what I can about, my religion. It's just a struggle for me, because now I'm in my 40s and I'm questioning everything,
Okay. So what is your how I can help you in your,
like, slowly how to get him to see.
well, let me first switch to brother Amir. Amir, if you hear me on YouTube, if you can call me just in 5 minutes again, please, just so we can just help the sister, and I will be back to you. Listen, first of all, I'm not going to answer you first. I'm going to answer everybody in the future. Any woman, she will get married. You see, marriage have to be established between people who have something in common together.
Yes.
Okay. What do you have in common with this guy when you married him?
Well, according to him, how he explained it to me was that he believed everything I did.
Okay.
And it was going to school. When you go to elementary school, you go to high school, you go to university. He felt like he was at the university level. That we believe in God, we love Jesus, so it's the same thing, But now that I'm older, I see the light,
Yeah.
And I'm puzzled, because I don't know, my faith is strong, and I just don't know if I should talk about it with him. I mean, marriage is serious to me. I want to be with him, and he doesn't pressure me at all when
Okay.
it comes to his religion. But I want that for my children.
Right. So what about your children now? They believe they are Muslims, they believe they are Christian. What do they believe?
I think they say they're Muslim. Their mother is Christian. We celebrate Christmas with my family. They get all these holidays every year. They accept everybody. But I try to teach them.
Okay, so for them, they think they are Muslims, the children.
But in deep down, they think they don't want. They always say we don't want to marry Arab. We don't want to marry typical Arab.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means.
This is not about Arab or not. The question is, do they think they are Muslims or they are not Muslims? How old they are?
I think they think that they're 18, 16, 14, and 6.
Okay. Well, they are still young. And I advise you, you can get my books, you can watch my videos, you can share with them. You can use my videos to help you to explain things for them, that Islam is really a bad religion, a stupid religion. The most important is it's a stupid religion. Very important to focus on that. But the most important is for you right now is to try not to think of yourself, but to think about your family more than yourself. Your marriage is already,
I do. That's why sometimes I feel like crying, because I feel like.
But how you can fix a problem you created? All those years, the let us say the problem is building up, and now it's became bigger than it was when you get married first day.
Yes.
the only way to try to fix things is to fight it, to fight this cult. How you fight this cult is to educate yourself as much as you can, arm yourself with knowledge, information, questions and answers. Be logical. Don't force your children to believe in something. Speak to them nicely, logically. Don't treat them as if they are stupid and you are the smart who knows, because everyone in certain point of his life he think he is the smart and the rest are the stupid ones.
Right.
And this is one day you decide to marry a Muslim because you thought you are doing a smart decision and you are the smart one. But later you find out now that it was not really a good decision. Maybe it
I mean,
was
I tried to slowly say, you know, okay, we believe in God, but you know, when you want to compare two people, two prophets according to him, you cannot be Jesus. I always say that. You know, he was sinless. He loved everyone. He taught love your enemy.
we cannot compare
Muhammad
between
didn't do any of that.
Compare between
There's
Muhammad
no
and
comparison.
Jesus is an insult to Jesus.
I
Muhammad is
know.
a child molester, is a criminal, is a thief, is a hateful, is a crazy man, is everything. So
I
we
guess
can,
I have to educate myself in the Quran too, so I can come up with, you know,
yeah, you have
points and.
my friend, education is the most important thing we accomplish in our life. People
Hello?
that think, you hear me? Do you hear me?
Hello?
I hear you. Do you hear me? Look like we lost her. She hear me, but I don't hear her. Do you hear me, lady? Okay, maybe I should call her back. Anyway, listen to me carefully. I'm not going to call you back. Listen to me in YouTube. People, they work their life to accomplish a career. And the career, most of people they accomplish is to make money. And then they make the money. Do you hear me?
Yes, I lost you.
No
Sorry.
problem. Yeah, I was saying that, you know, the most important thing in life is to accomplish is education. A human being without knowledge is the same as a cat
Right.
who knows nothing except what it's programmed for, which is mean to eat, to go to the bathroom, and maybe to have sex, and that's it.
I mean, my parents were very religious, and I was raised to just treat people the way you want to be treated and love everyone.
But this is not a
And that's the way I am.
But this is not a Christianity. Christianity is
But
not. Christianity
That's
is not
the
about
Christian way, right? It's to love,
my dear
you know.
sister, if I can call you that.
Yes.
Christianity is not about to treat people the way people like to treat you only. This is nothing have to do with the Christianity. Actually, Christianity says many things, and we take only one sentence and we say my family are religious, but obviously your family did not succeed.
They didn't like it, but they
did not
saw.
succeed. No, you see, they
I
did not
know.
succeed. It's a failure. When a
Yes.
child he marry from someone is a Muslim, this family have a big failure. They did not educate you. They did not tell you that you as a Christian you should not marry from someone is not a Christian. The Bible full of verses speaking of that we Christians, we only if you are a person who converted to Christianity and you were married previous to your conversion, that is the case where you can stay in your marriage. But a Christian,
Although I feel like he's more like us anyway, if that's possible.
I don't know him. I'm not talking about him. You see, I'm not talking about him. The problem is not him. The problem is his religion. He might be a
Yes.
good person. I don't know him. I'm not talking
Yeah.
against him. I'm not saying anything about him. I'm saying that if we have two people, they believe in two different God, two different teaching, two different belief, two different ethic, how we can live together. Somebody
Right.
believe that a girl, she can get married at the age of 6 years old. What do you say to him? Do you like
Oh my goodness.
do you like him to bring his friend who is 50 years old and say, I want my girl who is 7 years old to marry this guy? What you would do? This is
See, how do you answer to that? Because he doesn't agree with that either. So I'm like, well, people did that back then. Kings, and they married how many?
no,
married
you know,
kids and-
no, hold on. You see, when he say kings, they did that. Those are sick kings. They are not kings.
Yeah, they wasn't religious.
It
Exactly.
doesn't matter who did that. Whoever do that is a sick person. So
Mhm.
if a king do that, that's because he's sick, not because he is a good guy. And so I mean, they justify things, ugly things, in a stupid way.
Exactly.
To the point,
Yeah.
okay, someone he did that. As an example, they say to me, David, he have many women. Okay, David was a sick person at that moment, and he was a person who asked God for forgiveness. He prayed, he made songs asking God for forgiveness. He is a sinner. So who said that we praise David for his crimes? He did the crimes, not only sin.
Right.
So There's a huge difference between saying a king he did that, and somebody says this is how God he wanted.
Right.
When a king he do that, we say this is sick, and he is sick, and he is ill, and he's a criminal. But
Okay.
you claim that this is a teaching from God, and you make followers by millions following you, which means follow your crimes. That is satanic. So why he didn't say to you why Muhammad did that? He would say that at that time people used to do that. Show me. Challenge him to show you one story of one Arab at the time of Muhammad did marry someone she is at the age of Aisha.
So do you believe that a lot of Muslims have evolved like today? Like, oh, his family, nobody marries 4 women. They don't marry children. Like what is it? Like they're so strong in their faith.
No, because they don't have the opportunity to do so. If you send him back to Saudi Arabia,
they think they don't think it's right. They say, oh, we can't marry 4 wives because you can't treat them equally.
They are hypocrites.
So it's impossible.
They are hypocrites. They are hypocrites. It's allowed in Islam. What we cannot treat them as equally. Muhammad was able to treat his wife equally. He had 13.
They don't say that. They say, how can you treat women equally? So it shouldn't be done.
Okay, that's mean the Quran is stupid again, because if you cannot treat women equally, and this is the reason not to marry 4, so why Allah he says marry 2 and 3 and 4 if you can treat them equally? Right. In the same chapter saying he cannot treat them equally, so it's a stupidity contradiction. And why all the Muslims they practice that? Why Muhammad himself was practicing to marry more women, many women?
Because he helped widows and
what widow? You help a widow by sleeping with her? Cannot I help you if you are a widow without sleeping with you?
Right.
I mean, what kind of charity this charity is that a woman she need help? I sleep with her and I give her a sandwich. I mean, this is not charity. Obviously, this is abuse. A woman she need help. And who is the widow Muhammad he did help her? Name one for me. Khadija, she is the second rich woman in the tribe. How he helped her? He used to work for her.
I remember one discussion with my sister-in-law. She says, in Islam we have rights. And I stopped her. I said, listen, your mother has a will. You get less than your brothers. So how is that rights? Equal rights for women. If you go to Saudi Arabia, where are the rights there? Well, that's not a country. Like, it's not really Islam. I go, but
no, this is Islam. This is Islam. This is Islam. They are ignorant. I advise you, sister, to bring those Muslims who they are saying to you this is wrong and this is right. Bring them to your house and call me and let them sit next to you and let them ask me questions. Like now they say to you that this is not Islam, but because they are ignorant, this is what the Quran says.
I honestly believe they don't really know their own.
They don't know. They don't know. I understand. They don't know. But at the end of the day, still you are associating and living with Muslims. This is the Quran in the front of you, chapter 4, verse number 11. It says that the man he will inherit twice as the women. This is Quran. They say to you this is not Islam because they are ignorant. But the problem is, obviously, with my respect to you, I'm not insulting you. You are ignorant more than they are, because still you cannot answer them when they say that to you. They say to you this is not Islam.
No.
Okay, but you cannot refute them. Why? Because still you have a huge part of ignorance in your life. You are living with them, but you did not learn about them, so you can refute them and you can make them believe that this is stupid. They agree that this is not Islam. Okay, so you agree now this is wrong, right? Okay. If I show it to you that this is Islam, you will believe Islam then is wrong? Use that logic. But in order to do that, you have to educate yourself.
Yes, I agree. So thank you so much for your work, and I'm grateful I found you, and I will keep educating myself and try to help them as well.
No problem. And don't feel offended because I said you have ignorance. I have ignorance too. All of you have ignorance.
No, it's true. It's true. Ignorance is not a bad thing. It's just something you don't know.
Like if you if I write a letter in English, you will find maybe out of 100 words, I have maybe 20 words are wrong because I have ignorance in English. That's But the problem is, if we suffer from a problem, then we should not stay ignorant about it, because that is dangerous. This is our problem now. It's not something I can ignore, right? So in your case, you have to educate yourself. It became a necessity to you, not an entertainment. All right? Do you hear me, sister? I think I lost you. Anyway, you can still listen to me in YouTube. You know, when you speak to a Muslim, you need to know what you will speak about before you speak to this person. Otherwise, they will make fun of you and you will look like a fool. And they can shut you up into word. And this is not Islam. This have nothing to do with Islam. ISIS have nothing to do with Islam. Right?
I keep losing connection, but I just want to say thank you again, and I appreciate all the information, and I'm going to keep educating myself.
Get my books from Amazon.com.
For sure.
I have many books in English, and let your children read them.
So the best way is just to show them love and just to compare, talk about their religion.
First of all, you have to have patience. Yes. Patience is very important. Don't go aggressive, and don't shout at them, and then try to force them to believe in something. Yeah. So try to be patient. Same time, show them and use logic and let us say a scientific way to prove your point. They say this is not Islam. Yes. Right away, go and find it and show them and see.
God bless. Thank you, Christian Prince.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Sorry, Amir, I hang up on you. I thought actually it's a Muslim calling me. Let us get back, Amir. You know, don't marry from someone from different faith, even if he's an atheist, not necessarily a Muslim, because you know how we are going to have a life together if we don't share the same value. That will not work.
Necessarily a Muslim.
Do you hear me, Amir?
I hear you, brother.
All right. I apologize. I had to answer this lady. Actually, I thought she's a Muslim, but you know, she is not. Anyway, so we were talking about the taqiyya, which is practice in Islam, and taqiyya, which is Muslim allowed to practice against Islam. Do you have an idea about those two? There's two taqiyya.
Yeah.
The taqiyya, the first taqiyya is in chapter 3, verse 28. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
This is what I know.
But there's other taqiyya, which is a Muslim he can use against Islam. Do you know about it?
No.
Who is a Muslim would like to call us and tell us about this taqiyya? What you Muslims know about it? Any Muslim? If you go in the Quran, you can open your German version in the Quran, Amir. In chapter 49, verse number 14. Actually, I will show you the German text on the screen.
Okay.
Do you see it? This is again chapter 49, verse number 14, and we are going to switch to German in case there are some people who speak German here. Maybe you can read it. I don't know if you see it on the screen now. Is it showing from your side?
Yes, but it's take a little bit time because the live stream from YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay. Verse 14. Die Wüstenaraber sagen, wir glauben, ihr glaubt nicht wirklich, sondern sagt, wir sind Muslime geworden, denn der Glaube ist noch nicht in euren Herzen eingezogen. Wenn ihr aber Allah und seinem Gesandten gehorcht, verringert er euch nichts von euren Werken. Gewiss, Allah ist allvergebend barmherzig. They say with their mouths we believe, but in fact they believe not. And they say we are Muslim, we are becoming Muslims. But the faith is not in their heart. Such like this.
Well, the translation, I don't know what the German is saying exactly, but obviously it looks like the translation is not really true accurate. What it says here in this verse, that the Arab, they say, that we believe. Allah said to Muhammad, tell them, you do not believe, but you say, which means you say, he is telling them what to say. You should say, we are Muslims. You should say, you can say you are a Muslim, but you cannot say we believe, for belief did not enter your heart. So what Muhammad is saying, that Allah told him to tell them that those Arab, they converted to Islam and they say we believe. Allah, he's saying to them, don't say we believe, say we are Muslims. For you have no faith in your heart in Islam, but yet he is saying to them, say we are Muslims. Are you getting the point? So Islam,
Yeah.
Muhammad here is teaching the Muslim to play taqiyya against Allah. You can be a Muslim, but you don't have to believe. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can say I am a Muslim. You can, but don't say I believe. So what is I am a Muslim? In the chapter before this one, we are reading here from chapter 49. If we go to verse number 39, we will see it says that Allah, he said to the Arab, to the Bedouin, he told them convert to Islam. Switch to Arabic.
But the Shia are the masters of taqiyya, huh?
All of them, they are the same, trust me. Shia and Sunni, both of them, they practice they practice taqiyya. And as again, there's two kinds of taqiyya. The taqiyya which is against Allah, and taqiyya against non-Muslims. You know, so you can be playing taqiyya against Muhammad, and you can practice it as long you say I'm a Muslim. Or what he want from you, like you can, you know, do whatever you want. I mean, okay, say shahada, don't believe in Islam in your heart, but practice Islam. This is what the verse is saying, you know. So you don't want to believe, no problem, but you have to be a Muslim. And that is the biggest taqiyya ever in history, announced by Muhammad, claiming that this is a way of life, which means a way of lying. And the funny they say to you, this is a lie, and during the war, yes, this is a war. Muhammad will kill you if you don't believe. So what happened that those Arab, they decide to use taqiyya against Allah. So they said to Allah, okay, we believe. No, Allah said no. No. Don't say, we don't say we believe. Say we are Muslims. And because you are a Muslim, you are still alive, but none of you have faith, and the faith never enter your heart. Now the question to the Muslims, how those people they join Islam, but yet they have no faith in their heart to Islam? Any Muslim can explain? And this can be found in the chapter after that, chapter before that, 48 verse number 16. How they became Muslims? Any Muslim can tell us. Somebody he don't have a faith in Islam, but yet he became a Muslim. How he was able to be convinced to join Islam? The answer is very easy. If you go in the Quran, you will see that when the victory came, when the day of victory came, what happened? People they start joining Islam into waves. Chapter 110, verse number 1 and 2. Let us see what it says. When comes the help of Allah and victory, thou dost see people enter Allah religion in crowd by thousands in one day. Why? They enter the city, they kill all the men who they are fighting, or even the one who don't agree with Islam, and then everybody convert to Islam in one day, in 1 second, by crowd. You know, the whole city will gather in the town and they say shahada in 1 second. We convince them all in 1 second, because there is no need for a debate now. It's a sword. You
brother,
you convert or you die.
Brother,
yes.
I think a Muslim will call you.
All right, hang up, please, Amir. Let us see if this Muslim he will call. I hope he will do it. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Amir, for calling, please. Thank you. All right, my friend, the Muslim. Assalam, Sheikh, who want to call me? I don't think he will do. Give me a call, my friend. Here we go. We made Amir just hang up for you. So now what happened, we are talking about Erdogan. We go back to the original topic. Erdogan, he practiced two taqiyya. One is against Allah and one is against Muslims. Sorry, one is against Muslims and Allah and one against non-Muslims. The one is against non-Muslims. He have a base for the American. He is a member of the NATO. This is taqiyya because the Quran in chapter 5 verse number 51 it says, whoever take them as a friend, he is one of them. Whoever take them as a friend, he is one of them. He's a Kafer. Chapter 3 verse 28 says, unless you don't mean it as a security. So that Turkey, they have a security agreement with the NATO to protect themselves. They are weak. The Ottoman Empire collapse, bankruptcy, corrupt. They cannot fight any country in the neighborhood. Like now, you hear Erdogan too much. He's screaming and shouting. If you go in war with any country in the neighborhood, like Russia, and this is why he kissed the shoes of Putin every day. He is no match. His country actually is going to lose any war they go in from the first few days because there is no economy. You know, war need money. All the money of Qatar will not be able enough to save Turkey from what is coming. The Prince of Qatar, he kept trying to hold Erdogan in his feet, but that will not work. Erdogan is coming down and he will bring Turkey down with him. In order to avoid what's coming, Erdogan, he practiced the taqiyya. One is against the Muslims, so he claimed in one hand that he is a Muslim. He prayed to Allah 5 times. He support the Mujahideen in Syria. In the same time, now he want to kill them all. Yesterday he was their friend. So the Mujahideen today, they announce that Erdogan is the enemy of Islam and he is a Kafer. They cannot take his taqiyya no more. So they discovered to get him busted. And they decide to announce him as a Kafer. So the Sheikh al-Maqdisi, who is one of the highest scholars for the Abdul, he announced Erdogan as a Kafer and he said he is one of them. Now, what I'm expecting from Erdogan to get more in Kafer, which means he more is going to sponsor the enemy of Islam in order to survive. So I believe, you see, Erdogan for a long time, for many years, he have a propaganda that he is going to free Jerusalem. If you remember, one of the propaganda of Erdogan that he saw a dream, and in the dream he saw himself walking in Jerusalem, and rivers speaking to him from the ground, blah 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 blah. So the Muslim, they get an idea that Erdogan is going to be the caliphate who is going to free Jerusalem from the Jews. And the Muslims, they were like happy to have Erdogan. He will establish the Islamic State. Finally, we will find a Muslim leader who can lead us to victory. Erdogan is not talking about the dreams in Jerusalem no more. Right now, the intelligence of Turkey, they have a big unit of the Mossad in the middle of Turkey, and they are helping and working together side by side to help Erdogan to stay in the office. Most of the enemy of Erdogan, all their information is coming from the intelligence of Israel. The enemy of Erdogan, which is the friend of Oglo, the one who tried to make a revolution in the army to take Erdogan off. Erdogan is the puppet of the Israeli, he is the puppet of the Russian. In the same time, he is trying his best to get back to be the puppet of USA. But it's not working because USA demand a lot of things which Erdogan, he cannot really, he's under a lot of pressure. Economy is bad. He have a lot of terrorists under his, let us say, territory, live between the Turkish. He hosted them for long. and now he do not know what to do with them. He have Syrian war, which is a reason to make the economy of Turkey very in a very bad shape, and he have terrorist groups who they are departing themselves from his control day by day. And this is what happened this week, where Al-Qaeda announced Erdogan to be a Kafer. So now finally Erdogan and Al-Qaeda, they have a divorce. Before they used to have sex together, but there's no kids. Now there's no kids and there's no sex. Erdogan, he did his best to protect Al-Qaeda from being demolished because he need them. But now the Russian, they said to Erdogan, you have to make a choice. Either you sleep under our feet or you stay in the bed with Al-Qaeda. Which one you want? We will not let them stay. Make a decision. Erdogan in a very bad shape. Economy is extremely bankrupt. Jobs, investment, currency, money is fleeing the country from everywhere and everyhow. People in the country themselves, they are looking for different destination. Muhammad Erdogan, he is giving citizenship to anyone who buys some sandwiches or some villas in Turkey. They are doing everything they can so they can bring money to the country, but the money is fleeing the country because people, they lost their trust in such a country, in such a presidency. For this guy is like a snake. He have no friends, same time he have no enemies, which mean he switch his enemies overnight from a friend to an enemy, from an enemy to a friend. Yesterday he was a friend for Al-Qaeda, today he want to kill them all. It was Erdogan who announced that Al-Qaeda are kuffar 2 weeks ago, and then Al-Qaeda, they respond and they announce Kafer is Erdogan. He is a Christian. He is one of them. He friend the Russian. He is one of them. He is a Shia. He friend the Shia. He is one of them. Whoever take them as a friend, he is one of them. And obviously Al-Qaeda, they are more decent Muslim from Erdogan 1,000,000 times better than Erdogan as Muslims, for they are practicing really the Islamic faith. Erdogan, he practiced taqiyya, but he practiced taqiyya, as we said, against Muslims too. He have many faces. He's the same as Obama. Obama is a Jew with the Jews. He's a Christian with the Christians. He's a Muslim with the Muslims. He's an atheist in the CNN. He's a believer in Fox News. Depend he is talking to who. And people, they, you know, they are not, you cannot fool them for long. He's for long in the office, and people now, all the Muslims, they knew that Erdogan nothing but a fraud, and the country is coming down, and nobody can save this country from what is coming. In the coming month, I believe the Russian, they will launch a big attack on Al-Qaeda. Erdogan is going to give them all the information about their Al-Qaeda. How I'm going to call him, guys? He should call me. You guys are asking me to call the guy. How I'm going to call him? Shouldn't he call me first? You guys are funny. Anyway, so Erdogan, he have the whole map because his army was and still until now in Idlib in Syria, and they have a lot of intelligence because they are from the terrorist groups. The army of Erdogan, they are the one who trained the terrorists, they are the one who armed them. Say they knew all the map of Al-Qaeda. And I believe strongly that Erdogan, he gave all the maps of Al-Qaeda, all their tunnels under the ground is in the hand of the Russian already, and that will make it extremely easier for the Russian to destroy Al-Qaeda in a very short period of time, and it's going to happen. Islam is based on taqiyya against Allah and taqiyya against non-Muslims. It's a very wide practice, but mostly people who they have not too much education, they speak only about taqiyya, which is one-sided, which means is against non-Muslims. But in fact, in Islam, taqiyya is widespread practice where Muslim they practice taqiyya every day in their life. Like when a Muslim he come to America and he take a citizenship, he took an oath, and the oath he said in the oath that I'm willing to bear arm to protect America, etc. But and then he believe in the Quran saying that you cannot be friend to them. Let me drink something. Hold on. So how you believe in the Quran where it says you cannot be in peace with them, you cannot be friend to them, in the same time you are going to swear and take an oath that you will be an American who bear arm to defend America? That's not allowed. That is the taqiyya against non-Muslims. In the same time, the taqiyya against Islam is what we saw here. Allah himself allowed it. And because Muhammad is a corrupt man, he allowed corruption inside his religion. So he allowed Muslims to say that, or to convert to Islam, even though they are not believing in Islam, even if though their faith, they have no faith in Muhammad, neither in Allah. You know, when you say, for not yet has faith enter your heart, but if you obey Allah and his messenger, you will not, etc. Okay, so what Muhammad saying to them, okay, you don't believe in Allah, you don't believe in Muhammad, obey me and I will let it go. I don't care really you believe in me or not. I know it's taqiyya. I know you are protecting yourself from my sword. Remember Muhammad said, I've been ordered to kill all mankind, and the Muslim they say to you, no, it says to fight all mankind. In Arabic it says umirtu an uqatil an-nasa jami'an. I've been ordered to uqatil. Uqatil is mean to fight, to kill. Kill, not to spank them by a shoe or by a stick. So I've been commanded to kill all mankind until they justify or testify that there is no God but Allah and there is no prophet but Muhammad, and they eat our falafel and they drink our camel urine, and if they practice our salat and they pray to the direction of the Kaaba and they piss as I piss and they shake their penis 3 times, etc. If they do all of that, I will not shed their blood, as you see it in the front of your eyes. So Muhammad, you don't care really if you believe or not. All what he cared that you say shahada, you surrender to the devil of Muhammad. He want to steal your will from you, and the rest is not important. You obey me, you obey the devil, you do what he want, but you believe or you don't believe is the last of his worry, because now he guaranteed that you are going to go to hell. He buy from you your blood and your property in exchange of selling yourself out to the devil. What Muhammad he want from you? Pay him money, convert and agree that he is a prophet and his God is the only God to believe in, which is mean him at the end of the day, and do exactly as he said to you to do, and who the rest who care? You don't believe in Allah, who care? Faith did not enter your heart, who care? Who need your faith? Say to the Arab, to the Bedouin, if you don't convert, we will kill you all. The Arab, they thought about it. Okay, hold on, don't kill us. We are going to say we believe. We will say that. Okay, we will say that. Don't kill us. Muhammad, he said to them, okay, listen, I know you said you believe, but I know that you don't believe. I know that you said that because you don't want me to kill you. The Bedouin say we believe. Say you believe not, but only say. Muhammad is telling them what to say. Say we are Muslims. You are allowed to be a person who don't believe in Allah, imagine, who don't believe in Muhammad as a prophet, but you are allowed to say I'm a Muslim. Muhammad is the founder of taqiyya, the founder of lying and hypocrisy. He don't care even if you don't believe in him. all what he care is to surrender, for he is the devil. Are you getting my point? If there is any Muslim here, he don't you know, the Abdul, he keeps saying he wanna call, and he's saying he cannot call. This guy is a kid. What, you cannot call? Why you cannot call? Why you cannot call? Give me a reason. So you have a Skype, but you cannot call. Why? If there is any Muslim have an objection, who is a Muslim who have the courage and the knowledge to give me a call? Call me, my friend, because remember, if you defend Islam, Allah will increase the size of your penis. Don't you want to have an endless penis as Muhammad he promised? I mean, imagine how stupid this stupid cult is, to the point you say to people that if you believe in me, I will give you endless penis. Actually, this is scary. You live in Chicago and your penis in Beijing, and the Chinese are cutting it parts and import it as pieces, leather for shoes in USA. And then you get a shoe, it says made in China from the leather of penis, a Muslim penis. Endless penis. Aren't you worried about the ants? What if your penis go inside the jungles of Brazil? Do you know how dangerous the ants there, and what they will do to your penis going between the bushes? What kind of religion this religion is? Endless penis. I mean, you have to be endless stupid to believe in such an endless penis. I mean, what is your mind? What is your brain? And the funny, the Muslim, they say to you, this hadith is da'if. I mean, da'if or not da'if, who care? Da'if, da'if, by the way, da'if. The story of da'if is amazing. The brother, this hadith, anything you say to them, they say to you is da'if. Islam is da'if. When a man, he said to Muhammad that your penis is not working. What Muhammad he said? Hello? 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 Are you there? Abdul, before you call me, you forgot to say the password, inshallah. If you don't say inshallah, Allah will not let you speak to me. Do you remember the story of David or Solomon, sorry, where in the hadith he wanted to have sex with 99 women, he forgot to say inshallah. He wanted to make them all pregnant, and then he could not make any of them pregnant. Why? Because he forgot to say inshallah. Only one of them she delivered a son, and he was half man, as they claim. Why? Because he forgot to say inshallah. So please, before you call me, say inshallah. Let us try to call him. Answer, Abdul. Okay, forget it. This guy is playing games. Do we have any Muslim would like to call us? Anyone? How many of you got my books, Sex and Allah? How many of you get my books, the new books, Sex and Allah? Which part you like more? Variant number 1 or variant number 2? Which one is better for you? Number 2? All right. Yeah, but number 1, by the way, remember, it's really important to have, because it's kind of presentation for number 2, so you can get a whole image about what they have there. Repentance and the Quran. My friend, Islam does not have anything to do with repentance. It's a joke, it's a lie, and let me prove it to you. And thank you, my friend, for asking the question. First of all, what is the meaning of to repent? What it does mean to repent? Repent is you agree that this is sin, and you speak to God asking for forgiveness, and you make, like, you know, let us say, I will do my best to fight this sin, right? This is what repents mean. Okay, let me show you what is repentance in Islam. It's a joke. If we go to chapter 2 verse number 37, it says, فَتَلَقَّى آدَمَ مِنْ رَبِّهِ كَلِمَاتٍ فَتَابَ عَلَيْهِ إِنَّهُ هُوَ التَّوَّابُ الرَّحِيمُ. What a joke. Chapter 2 verse number 37. You can choose any translation you wish. Simply, this is the story of Adam. Adam, he repent to Allah. He repent. All right. Okay. And then Allah, he forgive him. After Allah, he forgive him, what happened? Anyone remember? Now, Adam, he repent. Allah forgive Adam. What happened after? Who remember? Who remember? What happened? Allah forgive him, right? Allah, he forgive Adam. Okay. What happened? After that, he kicked him out of heaven. I thought if you are forgiven, you stay in heaven. So Adam, he commits sin. He asked Allah for forgiveness. Allah accept to forgive him. And as a reward, Allah kicked him out of heaven. Any Muslim can explain this madness? How I forgive you, but yet I'm going to kill you? Any Abdul? But by the way, anyone remember how Allah he forgave Adam? Anyone remember how Allah forgave Adam? Let me see if I can find the hadith. The story says that when Allah created Adam, and then Adam he broke the order of Allah, which is a story Muhammad he stole from other belief, and we know where from. Allah get angry from Adam and he decide to cast him out of heaven. So Adam he said to Allah, please forgive me for the sake of Muhammad. Allah he looked at Adam, he said, like, what Muhammad? How you know about Muhammad? And I did not create him yet. How you know? Adam said, Allah, when you created me and you breathed into me, I sneezed and I look up to the sky, I saw your chair and I saw the Shahada, it says no God but Allah and Muhammad is his prophet. At this moment I noticed that must be Muhammad is the most beloved person to you, and this is why I ask you to forgive me in the name of Muhammad. Oh boy. Any Abdul? Any Abdul have a comment? So Allah he forgive Adam because Adam he saw the name of Muhammad on the throne of Allah. Let me show you the hadith. Let me find it in English. Hold on. Just to give you an idea about the stupidity of this cult and how much they worship this man. His name is Muhammad. They worship him. They don't worship Allah. Allah is not even exist in Islam. In Islam, there is only one God. His name is Muhammad, which means the praised one, which means God. Look with me at this website. This is a Muslim website. It's called Rasulullah.info. All right. Allah, he named Muhammad himself before he was named by the people. Who is the one who gave Muhammad his name? Allah. That's it. Do you see it? Okay. How Allah bestowed honor on etc. Sayyidina Muhammad, which means our master Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which means may Allah pray on him and salute him, by giving pre-audience etc. to his prophethood, also purity and lineage, blah 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 blah. Okay, hold on. The creation of the blessed soul. In Sahih Muslim, the Prophet SAW said, Allah wrote the destination of the creation 50,000 years before he created the heaven and the earth. And here, for your asking question about repentance in Islam, Muslims, they believe in repentance, but it's a contradiction for what they believe in the same time, because if your destination is what is going to decide what you did and what you will do, what repentance will do. And we made many videos before where Muhammad, he said, what is written by Allah will overcome what is written or made by you, and then those who was going to go to heaven, they will go to hell. Maybe Brother Phil, he can post the reference in the text so you can read it, where Muhammad saying clearly that at the end of the day is not what you do will make you go to heaven or to hell. It is Allah who wrote your fate before he created you. It's your fate. Now here it says he created his fate of the people 50,000 years before he created the heaven and the earth, and his throne was on the water. Okay, how there is no earth and there is no heaven, but there is water? Okay. And among the things, and by the way, his throne was above the water. This is taken from the Old Testament, but this is because Muhammad is a thief. He made it look funny because you just say there's no heaven, there's no earth, but yet there's water. This is not what the Bible says. Let us continue. And among the things that have been written in the Dhikr, which is the mother of the book, if the Dhikr is the book, a mother of book, okay, let's continue. That the Master Muhammad, Allah pray on him and salute him, the seal of the Prophet. I mean, this guy, he will spend the day saying the Master Muhammad, seal Prophet. Go to the topic, man. Okay, I ask Abu Ja'far, how did Prophet see that? Yeah, here actually there's some hadith. Let us see which one is the one about Adam. He looked at the throne. Hold on. All right. And it all has also been narrated that when Adam has left paradise, he saw written on the leg of the throne and on every spot in paradise the name of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Guys, the name of Muhammad is in every corner of the paradise. There's the highway there, is called the highway of Muhammad. The exit is called the exit of Muhammad. The bridge, it's called the bridge of Muhammad. The grocery store, it shows the grocery store of Muhammad, Muhammad the grocery store. The supermarket, Muhammad supermarket. Gas station, Muhammad gas station. I mean everything. In bar, the bar is called the bar of Muhammad. The women, the prostitute, the company of the prostitution of Muhammad. Gambling casino, Muhammad casino. Muhammad Lotto, Muhammad Trump. I mean, his name is everywhere. In every spot in paradise. Do you see it? I'm not saying things. I'm not making things up. It's in front of you. Does it say in every spot in the paradise, or I'm making things up? Huh? Do you see it? And look, the name of Muhammad is beside the name of Allah. And you know the funny, the Muslim, they say that the Christian are mushrikeen because they associate the name of God with the name of Jesus. But as you see, they are the mushrikeen. The name of Muhammad is in every corner in the heaven. There's only two names in heaven: Muhammad Allah, Allah Muhammad, Muhammad Allah. You go in the bathroom in heaven, you will find the bathroom of Muhammad, toilet paper of Muhammad. You take the toilet paper to clean your bum, it says Muhammad. Muhammad name is written everywhere. Anywhere. You want to drink whiskey in heaven, it says the whiskey of Muhammad. In the cover, in the everywhere. You want to go and buy some bleach, the bleach of Muhammad. Shampoo, shampoo of Muhammad. You want to buy a cucumber, it says Muhammad. You cut the cucumber inside, there's Muhammad. Zucchini, watermelon, Allah and Muhammad inside them. Actually, I saw many pictures in Google made by Muslims Photoshop. They are saying, look, Alhamdulillah, inside the watermelon, the name of Allah, the name of a prophet Muhammad, and Alhamdulillah. You know, there's actually I saw a tree is praying to Allah too. You know. So look what happened here. So Adam, he saw the name of Muhammad in every corner and on the leg of the throne of Allah. And then he asked Allah. Look what he said to him. He said, "O Lord, who is Muhammad?" Allah answered. Look at this conversation. I mean, how come Allah is answering Adam about who is Muhammad, but he don't want to answer me? Okay, let me ask the same question. Oh Lord Allah, who is Muhammad? Let us wait for 10 years, 10,000 years, 10 billion years. Allah will never answer. But he answered only Adam, man. Must be important, Adam. Very important. Allah answered. He said, he is your son. Adam, he look what? Who were not, it not for him, I would not have created you. Then Adam said, oh Allah, for the sake of this son, have mercy on his father. Oh boy. Oh boy. You see, it makes sense. Allah, he cannot have Adam. Allah, he don't want to Adam. He want Muhammad. The purpose of creating Adam, it was Muhammad. But because Allah, he been taught that you cannot have Muhammad unless you create his father first. Makes sense. I mean, you want Adam to exist for any reason than the reason of the existence of Muhammad? And do you want Allah to create Muhammad right away? No way. That will not make a drama. We need a drama, you know, like a story, Adam, Eve, blah blah blah, and then Muhammad come save the whole world. So if not Muhammad, I will not create you. So Allah, he said to Adam that, and Adam, he said to him, Allah, please, as long as Adam is created for the sake of his son, can you forsake, have mercy in the father of that son? Wow. I mean, that's deep. In different hadith here, read this hadith with me. Umar ibn Khattab said on Muhammad, that Muhammad said, when Adam committed a mistake, which means sin, he said, "Oh Allah, I ask you for the sake of our Lord Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wasallam to forgive me. What? Adam, he asked for forgiveness in the name of Muhammad? Allah was like, what? Like what? What? Allah is WT. By the way, Allah is WT. That's like, you know, surrounded with turbulence. Allah SWT said to him, how do you know about our master Muhammad? Allah is saying about our master Muhammad. Allah said to Adam, how you know about our master Muhammad? Do we have any Muslim here? Allah said that. Allah, he called Muhammad our master, our Lord. Allah called Muhammad our Lord Muhammad. If there's any Muslim in the bushes, let us continue. Let us continue. And then he says, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Allah praying on him and says, Sallallahu, who is Allah? When I have not created him yet. So look at Allah said to Muhammad, to Adam. What? You are asking me for forgiveness in the name of Muhammad? How you know about Muhammad? Habibi, how you know about Muhammad? How you know? I did not create Muhammad yet. Allah was like, what the heck? Are you sure? Where do you get this information from? I don't know. At that moment, if I am Allah, I would think like maybe Adam, he did hack the computer of Allah. He got like all the files there and he knew what he's planning for, etc. I mean, Allah was like, here was like, what the heck? How Adam he knew? What is behind this? Something fishy here. And by the way, Allah is not all-knowing. I mean, why Allah is even asking Adam, how you know about Muhammad? I thought Allah, he knows what is in your head. Anyway. So Allah, he asked Muhammad, Adam, how you know about Muhammad and yet I have not created him yet? Adam answered, he said, because, oh my Allah, when you created me with your hand, I'm sure, I'm so glad with his hand, not something else, and blew into me with your spirit, I looked up and I saw written on the legs of the throne, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. What the heck? In the thrones, a throne of Allah, in the leg, it's written the Shahada. Allah, he wrote the Shahada in the leg of it. Is unbelievable. This is the first couch I saw. It have the Shahada on it. It is the couch of Allah. Why Allah he wrote the Shahada in his couch? Let us take options. First of all, he could not find better name to put it in his chair. I think all the Muslims, they agree. He's a child molester. He's a criminal. He's a thief. He's a killer. He's a liar. He's been accused by Muslim of stealing underwear. I mean, obviously he is the best. Number two, Allah he wrote the Shahada on his throne because he have a bad memory and he might forget who is Muhammad. He wants something to remind him. Every morning Allah he spend the most of the morning climbing his chair because his chair is so high and he's so short, and I can prove it. I know that you did not attach any name to yours except that of the most beloved of your creation. Look at this answer, how strong it is. Then Allah he said, oh yeah, oh mommy Muhammadi, oh mommy blue, I have to agree with you. I mean, Muhammad is the most beloved name to the point. This is why Allah he wrote his name. What is the most beloved name in the whole world? Muhammad. So what Allah he do? He made a chair for himself and he wrote the name of Muhammad. This is very logical. Put yourself in the shoes of Allah, and the most beloved name to you is Muhammad. Where you will put his name? Make it a tattoo? It's haram. Allah cannot make a tattoo. And where Allah will make a tattoo over his leg? He have only one leg. That will be funny. So he said to himself, what I can make a tattoo, where I can make a tattoo, and what I will write in the tattoo, what I will put in the tattoo. So he decided to put a tattoo on the leg of his chair, which is the leg of Allah. Unbelievable. That's astonishing story. Actually, I feel like I want to convert to Islam now. Who can resist this amazing religion? Huh? There's a guy, he said he pissed in my Bible. Well, don't forget to piss in the name of Muhammad, because you Muslims claim that the name of your prophet is there. Go ahead, make a video, please. Don't forget, please, to make a video. I want you to make a video and you are pissing there. The Quran says that the name of Ahmad is in the Bible. Piss on it. I understand your motivation. Go ahead. Make 10 videos, 50 videos. I want you to do that every morning, before lunch and before dinner, which means your breakfast. Because Muslims, they claim they are fasting Ramadan, but the fact, oh, what they do, they switch the meal. I mean, I never heard of such a corrupt, false fasting as the fasting of the Muslims. Oh, what they do, they switch the meal. The breakfast is afternoon. That's all. You don't do fasting. Switching meal religion. You Christians worship idols. Shame on you. Muslims, but we don't kiss stones. It's you who kisses stones. Stupid idiot. This stone is a living stone, is the right hand of Allah. Oh, okay. So we are the one who worship idols, but you are the one who kisses stone, and it is the right hand of Allah. And yes, it is a beautiful hand. Actually, according to science, this hand is coming from the galaxy 077 James Bond. Do we have Abdul? You write the name of Allah and the name of Muhammad in every corner in heaven, every spot, which means I can't even find a spot to sit on it. I go to heaven, I want to sit in a spot. I clean the dust. It says in the spot, Muhammad, Allah. Like what? In every spot. I mean, this is not even fair. Where I'm going to sit now? Any Abdul? And masking the fool, just make a new accounts, my friend. Don't worry about it. They will do that always. Do we have any Abdul want to say something? Imagine you go and you marry a woman, and then you find she take off her clothes, you find the name of Muhammad in her leg. My beautiful wife, what is that in your leg? A tattoo. What is that tattoo? La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Like what? All of this? What is that? La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. All of this in your leg. And why? And why it's written in this language? What is that language? Is that Urdu? It's Arabic. Do you speak Arabic? No. So why you write the tattoo in every spot in your body? Because Muhammad is the most beloved man for Allah. Makes sense. I mean, what do you want a name of Muhammad to be? One spot only? In every spot. Not even a single spot the name of Muhammad is not there. You open the refrigerator in the paradise, you find Muhammad. You cut the cake, inside it says Muhammad. You eat phrase, it says Muhammad phrase. I mean, that's astonishing. Muhammad is just a prophet, is not God, but yet his name in every spot. Allah, he spent his lifetime printing the name of Muhammad in every spot in paradise. Allah, he got a stamp in his hand. You know, guys, do you know what they call it? This one, the one you like a stick, you jump in it. Anyone remember what their name? It's like a stick, you hold it with your hands and you put your 2 feet and you jump. It's have a rasur, you know. So look like Allah, he have a stamp in this rasur at the end of it. It says Muhammad Rasulullah, Muhammad La ilaha illa Muhammad Rasulullah, La ilaha illa. Erdoğan in your heart? Okay. Let us see what is going to be in your wallet soon. Let us see if you are going to eat bread, my friend. Erdoğan is taking you to bankruptcy. In our heart, you are right. I want to hear that from you a year from now. In 6 months from now. In our heart, right? Yeah. The puppet of the NATO, the puppet of the Jews, the puppet of Trump, the puppet of Putin, and in the same time he claimed to be the Muslim president, Tayyip Erdoğan. He's a puppy. And now he announced, and the Al-Qaeda announced him to be a Kafer. Here we go. This is the end of marriage between Al-Qaeda and Erdoğan. Do we have any Muslim here? He was hosting Al-Qaeda for the last 7 years, having sex with ISIS for the last 7 years. Look what he did. You see, this is the nature of Islam. Muslims, they betray each other. Who is the one who betrayed ISIS? Erdoğan. They were his best friends. He armed them. He smuggled weapons to them. He smuggled fighters coming from around the world through his borders, legally, officially. And then Erdoğan, he sold them. Same exactly he did with Al-Qaeda. 7 years he is training them, arming them, money coming from Qatar, weapon, etc. Just last week he sold them. Now he have Syrian terrorists who they call themselves a Free Syrian Army. They are under the command of Erdoğan, more than 40,000 of them. In few months he will sell them too. Everything for sale. Turkey for sale. Who want a citizenship? Erdoğan, he will give it to you if you buy a falafel sandwich in Turkey. Refute the video of Radish. Who is Radish, my friend? This guy is a kid. We burned him long time ago. Radish. Raddu Shubuhat. This guy don't even know, don't speak Arabic. What an idiot. Do we have any Abdul? Who is Abdul? And those Muslims who want to make videos to supposedly claiming knowledge, why they don't call us? Why they don't call us? My videos are all over, my friend. Everybody download my videos. Do we have any Abdul? And by the way, the only one remember that name is him. This guy, he changed his name and he go, why you don't debate Raddu Shubuhat? Who's Raddu Shubuhat? Where is he? It's like Nader Ahmed. You know, Nader Ahmed, nobody remember his name, so he changed his name. He says, why you don't debate Nader Ahmed? You know, there's once the Muslims, they made a debate, a Muslim guy, his name, I think, I forgot which one of them, Zawadi, Bawadi, I don't know, something like that. He made a debate with Sam Shamoun. Do you guys remember Sam Shamoun? Do you remember, you know, that debate? Let us speak to this gentleman and see what we will continue. Hello.
Hey, Christian Prince.
Hey,
You're
my
speaking
friend.
with. How are you, brother?
I'm
You're
fine.
speaking with Rob Christian. How are you?
I'm very fine. How is everything with you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. God bless you, my friend. God bless everyone in the room. I hope everyone is doing fine.
Thank you.
It was a long time ago that I spoke to you, right?
Yeah,
Christian Prince?
well, you call once a while. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of busy, you know. You know what I mean, right? Christian Prince, I have something to ask you about 2 verses in the Quran, if you don't mind.
Sure.
If you go to chapter 23, ayah 20, chapter
Okay.
23, ayah 20, it says Tur Sina, right?
Hmm.
In that ayah.
Hmm.
And if we go to chapter 95, ayah 2, it says Watur Sinin.
Hmm.
You have Tur Sina and you have Tur Sinin.
Mhm.
What's the difference?
Well, first of all, you know the Quran is made to be like a rap music, right?
Of course, it's a good rap song, right?
Yeah. So what Muhammad always do, most likely, he changed the name to make it fit with the tone. He play with it.
Yep.
There's nothing is called by both names you mention is wrong. There's no such a thing.
Yeah, because Tur is an Aramaic word, of course,
Yeah,
right?
we're not talking about the word Tur. We are talking about the name of Sina.
Yeah.
So if this is Sina, this name is wrong.
Yeah, Sinin is years in Arabic, right?
Yeah. So how Muhammad if you go actually in the Quran chapter 23, it says Sina, right?
Yes.
Okay. How Sina became Sinin?
I don't know. I think Muhammad he forgot about the Arabic, maybe. I don't know.
No, he did not forget, but simply Quran is
Copy paste wrong, right?
Quran is between his hands as
Yes.
as a game to play with. It just he's this guy trying to make Arabic music, and then he can make Sina Sinin just for the sake of the tone of the.
So it could rhyme, right? Because they say the Arab people, the Muslim people, they say it's a wonderful linguistic miracle, right? And he's playing with words, right? That's it.
Well, there's no actually, if you go in the whole Quran, you will find that the Quran, it's the important about it for Muhammad is to make the sound, not the meaning.
Yes.
And this is why if you read the verses, the same verses you are reading, I mean, you read verse number 1, verse number 2, verse number 3, and you continue, and you find there's no meaning of the verses. As an example, if you go in chapter 18, how many stories there mentioned? I mean, what those stories are about, and what is the connection between? There's no connection.
No.
What is the connection between that? There's a God, he don't have a son, and then we speak about the 7 sleepers.
Yeah.
And then we speak about Alexander the Great. And then we speak about a dog who is guarding the cave, and and some they say they are 5 and their dog is 6, and some they say they are 6 and their dog is number 7, and some they say they are 4 and their dog is number 5. So what is the number? Or what Muhammad is trying is just to fill up. It's like somebody want to talk. He's required to talk, but it's not important what he is saying. He just want to fill the space.
Yes, and so all of a sudden the angel, of course, in the original story, it was an angel, not a dog, right?
It's an angel, yes. This is the Aramaic, but because the Arab are disconnected with the original story in Aramaic language, so the word kali'ahum in the Quran wrongly, actually even the interpretation says that in the Quran the word kali'ahum, because it's written wrong, people they thought it is kalbahum, but the fact it is kali'ahum. And all of us, we knew that the Muslim believe that dogs are unholy. So how Allah is praising a dog and saying he is a guardian for them. And how a dog can guard people from an army. Remember the story is what? The story about a king, he want to kill them. So now you are telling me a dog will stop the army of the king? I want to get that dog.
Well, I think it's a super dog, Christian Prince.
But everything there, everything in the Quran, you will see, especially for those who speak Arabic, it's about trying to preserve that the last word in the verse have the same sound. It's not important the meaning, The important is the sound.
Yeah.
But for those who don't speak Arabic, they don't notice what is because the word in English will not appear the same. It's going to be translation, you know.
Yeah.
But in Arabic, you will notice that Muhammad, he want to keep, let us say, in this chapter, the letter A at the end, A, Huda.
Yeah.
You know. So in order to keep the letter A at the end, he have to put the last word. He have to put A. The word have end with the letter A. So in order to do that, he have to sacrifice the meaning and finding a word which end with A. It doesn't matter what it is, and this is why the verses have nothing. They are not in connection.
Yeah. And Christian Prince, for another example, if you go, for example, to chapter 2, when it says Al-Yahuda wa Nasara wal Sabi'in, then you go to chapter 5, you will get Al-Yahud wa Nasara wal Sabi'un. And then you go to Surah Al-Hajj, then you will see again the Sabi'in. So is it Sabi'un or is it Sabi'in? Of course, the right Arabic should be Sabi'in, right?
Yeah. See,
So it's
the reason I don't talk about those, because if I try to explain to people who don't speak Arabic, it's useless, you know. I don't usually talk about those things because I mean, how you can explain the difference you just mentioned now for people who heard you, they understand nothing. You know?
Yeah, they don't understand. You have to speak Arabic.
Those topics can be only discussed only with those who speak Arabic and they can read and they know grammar too, not only they read and write. So
basically, if you are looking into science, of course there are many scientific mistakes in the Quran, but you also have the grammatical mistakes, and you can find many of them, right? Many of them.
The word Quran itself is a mistake unless it is Aramaic. Why?
Yes.
Because there is nothing is called in Arabic is Quran. You know, in Arabic, anyone who knows Arabic, as an example, when you say akala yakulu aklan, not aklanan. So qara'a yaqra'u Quran, it doesn't make sense, but now because they are used to it, you know.
Yeah, it's true. You know, the word Quran comes from the Aramaic word quryono, for example.
You know.
Yeah, I speak Aramaic, and let me give you an example. When we say quryono tfawlu shliho, that means the book or the message of the Apostle Paul, right? So quryono it's an Aramaic word, right?
And this is exactly what Quran is. Quran is a qira'ah min kitab. Is reading from the book. You remember when Waraq ibn Nawfal, he created what Muhammad, he called it the gospel in Arabic. You remember the hadith?
Yeah.
This is the Quran. Qira'ah min kitab. Like even in Arabic churches, when they say Qira'ah min kitab A'mal al-Rusul, Qira'ah, it's the same. In Aramaic is the same. Actually, the Arabic is trying to copy the Aramaic where it says Qur'o, or Quryana, or to read, a reading from the book of etc. So the Quran is a copy of this Aramaic word, which it means reading from the book of. This is not a book by itself. This is a copy from the book. This is reading from the book of etc.
It's true. What do you think about before the Quran? It became with the dots and the tashkil, right? I think the original Quran was Aramaic. Don't you agree with that? What's your opinion about it?
Well, let us say the original Quran was a big part of it Aramaic, but it was mixed still with other words from other languages. Because Muhammad is, remember, he is the fruit of many religions in the same time. But obviously, the biggest impact in Islam, it was the Aramaic.
Yeah, like words like sundus and istaqbara and all these words are
everything.
Those are Persian,
the word Rahman,
Aramaic.
the word Rahman, the word Rahim. Those have nothing to do. You see, when the Arab, they say to Muhammad, when first time he said the word Rahman, the Arab, they were wondering, like, who is Rahman?
Yeah.
The only Rahman we know is Rahmanul Yamama, and this is a guy who speak and he claimed that his name is Rahman and his name is Rahman and his God is Rahman. So who is the Rahman he is talking about? They said, okay, Muhammad used to worship only Allah, and now he is worshiping two gods, Allah
that's true.
and Ar-Rahman. And then Muhammad, he said to them, he wanted to answer them about the accusation, because now he have two names, and where this name is coming from. Simply the guy, the Rahman al-Yamama, he sent him a letter trying to argue with him about why he is a prophet and why he is not. So he said to him, in the name of Ar-Rahman. Muhammad, he liked the name, and he decided from now on to use it. So look what Muhammad said in the Quran in chapter 17 verse 110. It says, because the Arab, they were questioning him, why you are using Ar-Rahman? So he said, say, in verse number 110, say, call upon Allah or call upon Rahman, by whatever name you call upon him, it is well, for him belong all the most beautiful names. So what Muhammad did here, he liked the name. Suddenly he start calling Allah Ar-Rahman. And the proof here that Muhammad is a false prophet from this verse is very easy. Because if you go in every chapter in the Quran, what is the beginning of the chapter except At-Tawbah? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, right?
Yes.
Okay. How Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, and this is the first time Muhammad received the word Ar-Rahman?
Disaster.
You know, because now is the first time, even the interpretation says, the Arab, they were wondering why he's saying Ar-Rahman, which means this is the first time they hear him saying it. You know? Okay, so if this is the first time, well, this is mean Muhammad before that chapter, he never knows what Ar-Rahman is.
Yes.
Go to the book of Asbab al-Nuzul, or the book, sorry, let's search for the books by Quran by revelation, and you will find that this verse Muhammad received many, like almost the half of the Quran, and yet he don't have Ar-Rahman. So how Ar-Rahman exists in every chapter in the Quran today?
Yeah, there is another interesting thing that you just mentioned, you know, just to expose Islam more and to show you from the Quran that the Quran is corrupted. If you go, maybe you can show this ayah to the people, in they can see it on website. If you go, for example, to Quran.com and you go to chapter 15 and then ayah 87, you will see in the Quran itself, it says, Al-Sab'a al-Mathani, that means the 7 most repeated verses, which is of course Al-Fatiha, wa Al-Quran. So why did they put Al-Fatiha in the Quran when it says there clearly in that ayah that the Quran should be separated from Al-Fatiha? So
Al-Mathani,
you know, it's
Al-Mathani, simply, you see, because Muhammad, he came with a lot of stupidity. Remember, the repeated, the one that says Al-Mathani, Mathani means repeated.
Yes.
Then he says there are 7. The Muslims, many of them, they are confused about what it's mean. Some of them, they say that this is the Quran which is sent in 7 letters, but they are not repeated.
No, it's the
So
Fatiha.
how it can be? Then some, they say those are the 7 chapters in the Quran, which is the one, like, you know, they try to name them, but then it doesn't work, because as you said, it says wal Quran, which means it cannot be part of the Quran, because if it is the Quran, then there's no need to say and the Quran. So to make it simple, Al-Fatiha was the same as the prayer, Our Father art of heaven.
Yes,
The Christian,
he stole it, he changed it.
Yeah, Muhammad, you know, he wanted to have a prayer like the same as the Christians. If you put them side by side, this is a chapter and the chapter of Our Father art of heaven, you will see how much similar they are. All Muhammad changed is a little bit of the words, you know, to make it look like not it's the same exactly, but it's the same.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, all copy paste, man.
Yeah,
That's
like when it says, please don't make us the same as the cursed Jews and the lost Christians, right? Okay.
Yeah.
If you go in Our Father out of heaven, you know, don't enter us into temptation or trial, right? It's the same.
Yes.
But here, all what he did, it says, those who they are cursed and those who they are lost.
Yeah, amazing.
It's the same, you know. And then Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, how Allah is talking, he says, and you know, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And Ibn Mas'ud, he refused to add this to the Quran.
Thank you very much, Chris. I don't want to take much time from you. Maybe you have Muslim callers.
All right, my friend. Thank you for
calling. Yeah, thank you too. And I want to thank the people who are supporting you. Keep doing that, guys. And the truth will be prevail. And Jesus is Lord, guys. Amen. Jesus is Lord.
I mean, thank you, my friend. Thank you for calling.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Do we have any Muslim would like to call? Any Muslim would like to call me? Who is a Muslim would like to call? This is my challenge to the Muslims. Call me and you choose a chapter and you tell me, find me a mistake in it. What do you think, guys? Any chapter, from the page number 1 in the Quran to the last page of the Quran, you choose the chapter and you challenge me to find you a mistake in it. Any Muslim want to do that? You see how confident I am that every chapter in the Quran itself, it's a mistake. Not only I will find you a mistake, the chapter itself is a mistake. Who is a Muslim want to do that? No, Waraqa is not a Christian. Waraqa is a Nasara. Nasara, he joined the Jews cult, which was Nasara, same as Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm lucky, guys. Honestly, I'm lucky. Every time I go somewhere, in the bus, I find Abdul next to me. I go in the street, I find the Jehovah's Witnesses in front of me. I mean, wherever I go, I find somebody sitting next to me, and he's either Abdul or Jehovah's Witnesses. And the poor guy who's sitting next to me, he have no idea who is this guy. I should have my camera always on, so we can record those funny events happened. Who is a Muslim wanna call me? I cannot find a mistake in the Quran. For sure I cannot find one. They will find me. The mistakes will find me. The Quran itself is a mistake. Who is the Muslim wanna accept the challenge? You see the Muslim, they keep saying the Quran is full of miracles. Who is a Muslim wanna call me and show me a scientific miracle? Any one of your choice. Anyone? Okay, Loris, you can call. As long as there is no Abdul, what we can do. Go ahead, call me. Let me turn the light on. Go ahead, my friend, you can call me. There's no Muslims. We give up. If you go on YouTube and you search for scientific miracles in the Quran, you will find endless numbers of them. Not a single one is a truthful. Hello?
Hello?
Yes,
Can you?
I do. Go
Hi.
ahead. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Until now, I'm fine. Let us see what you will say.
Well, no, I'm a Christian, not a Muslim, and
Oh, it doesn't matter because you see, I'm afraid always that somebody will ask me a question which is very embarrassing.
no, that will not happen.
Oh,
You
please
have
do. Okay, I'm just joking.
memory. I never have ever known anyone who, I mean, how you remember all these hadiths, I have no
I
idea.
don't remember
But-
them. They remember me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They follow you. Well, I have like a couple questions.
Sure.
I heard last week that, and I don't remember, it was on a YouTube channel or something, two things that I've never heard before. And I think the first one was from the Ayatollah Khomeini's writings.
Mhm.
I'm not 100% certain, but they said that it was halal to sodomize livestock,
Mm.
but immediately after your orgasm, sorry,
Yeah.
you slaughter them. And then it said that you can't sell them to your people in your own village, but you can sell them to other villages.
See, because they are decent. Like supposedly now they are decent people.
Yeah.
You cannot sell them to the people in your village. Let somebody
Yeah, right.
else from different village who do not know what happened.
That's bestiality. I mean, is there like sources in their scripture that say that's okay, or is that just
Well,
Ayatollah's
you know,
weird?
you see, Islam is based on two things. Based on what is called Quran, which is
Mhm.
supposedly the holy scriptures for the Muslims, and based on the Hadith. Now, even the Hadith,
Right.
it have holy
Hadith.
Hadith too. There is something in the Hadith. It's called holy. So the Muslims, in order to reach into decisions to make in life regarding any issues, they have to go back in some stories which happened either in the time of Muhammad or after, and based on that story, they make decisions, as you see, that you can have that and you can do this. If you have my books, which is the last one, Sex and Allah, you will find a lot of reference, and based on those reference, Muslims, they make decision.
Right.
So those decisions, when the sheikh, he say you can do that. As an example, in if you have the books Sex and Allah, you will see where it says that if you have sex with your wife during the Hajj, your Hajj is not valid. But if you have sex with animal, it's valid. What kind of crazy religion? If you have sex with an animal, it is valid, and Allah is all forgiving. It's okay. But if you have sex with his wife, his Hajj is not valid. Which one is more sinful and more ugly? I mean, at least this is his wife. She is a woman. She's a human being like him. So having sex with a donkey will not destroy your Hajj, but having sex with the wife will make your Hajj bad. What we can do. You know?
So I'm going to get your books of Sex and Allah, but I haven't got them yet. But do you know the reference? I mean, if you don't know it off the top of your head, it's okay. But if you have a hadith that actually says that, it's okay, or is it more?
Well, those are not really. It's not really a hadith as much. It is, let us say,
like scholars
how
rule?
to explain to you. No, based on hadith, which is not necessarily the hadith saying that exactly. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
So, like, there's something in Islam is called ijtihad. So, let us say Muhammad in one story he said, if somebody have sex with an animal, kill the animal. All right? Okay. In different hadith it says, if somebody did that with the animal, set a different place. Okay, so now we have two stories. We match them together and we come with a decision that if you have sex with this animal, what do? You kill him and you sell him in a different place. So it's not necessarily to have in the same hadith the same thing.
So sort of like using different hadiths and coming to the
come
logic.
to a conclusion. This is what we should do today. Because sometimes the story is not in a perfect match with the story happened today or in the time of the Khomeini. So what we will do, like now Muslims, they have different issues. Like, can I buy ice cream? But in the time of Muhammad, there's no ice cream.
Right.
So they have to match it with something exist in the time of Muhammad and see if it's okay to eat ice cream. So based on the story which is speaking about something else, we can measure it. This is called actually the knowledge of measurement, and then you decide how we deal with this issue today.
Right.
So in the time of Muhammad never spoke about taking let us say cocaine, because they didn't know,
I understand what you're saying. It's like thinking that. But do you think that most like practicing Muslims in the Middle East would agree that it's all right to have sex?
No. You see, there's many Muslims that will never agree with anything in Islam. You see, there's the Muslims, most of them, they are proud about being Muslim, but they have no idea why they are proud.
Well, yeah,
the second you ask them about this, what they do in order to escape the embarrassment, they say, I don't agree with it, and this cannot be the Prophet saying that.
Right. I know they deny the hadith.
Yeah.
Only the hadiths that suit them at the moment. Those are the good hadiths.
And if it is Muhammad who said that directly, then they will deny it and they will say it is da'if or it's weak or rejected, whatever excuse.
Right. Yeah, I know that.
It's like me when I was applying for a job. In certain time, I was looking for a job, and even I applied for a taxi driver. You believe it? I have master's degree. The guy they keep saying to me, you're overqualified. I want to get a job. Just give me a job. Overqualified. So the Muslims, they find themselves overqualified to accept such a madness, and they believe that Muhammad cannot do that. So in order to keep him in certain height for them, so what they do, they go in denial about facts. It's registered, it's documented, it's even called authentic by their scholars.
What I think they don't realize is that the foundation, every time they deny their own hadiths and their Sirah literature and stuff, they're pulling apart their entire foundation, because either the same people that put those together are the people who put the Quran together and have, I mean, don't have a consistent way of determining. They just pick and choose what they like right now.
Actually, you see, the one who put the Quran, actually, there's nothing is called Quran. You know, like now you see the Muslim, they say Islam is the only religion have a book which is preserved. The fact the Muslims don't have a single page of the Quran, not a single page. What the Muslims they have today, according to them, if you I don't know if you ever see a Quran, it says in page number A that this Quran is according to the recitation of and recitation of all the way to Muhammad. Okay, so the Muslims admit and they agree that they don't have a book, they have a recitation of. You see, when we say recitation, we just admitted that we don't have a book.
But it's kind of a contradiction, because they're also saying that they have a material object that's a tablet made of stone.
They don't have
that is eternal with Allah, with a book
with Allah. Yeah, with Allah. Allah, who can, you know, when they find that one with Allah, let us know. But the Muslims don't have a single page of their book. If you remember a few years ago, the Muslims, like in which university, which Birmingham, I think, in England, they announced that they found a page which is go in time to the time of Muhammad, but not the ink, it was the leather. And the Muslim, they made a big deal about it, but the fact even that one is not in a perfect match with the Quran today.
Not only that, it was dated to before the Quran was supposedly written down.
Yeah, because this is not really the ink, it was the date of the leather. What people do, because at that time material of writing is very expensive, only rich people they can afford it. So what they do, they write on leather. So I write in it, and then let us say I write some numbers or etc. And then after 2 years, I don't need those numbers. What I do, I put it in water, I wash it from the ink, and then I write new writing in it. And this is exactly what happened in that piece of leather. So the piece of leather was dated to the before Muhammad, and the verses was written long after. And because the Muslim didn't have any manuscript, they found that this page is like big deal. If you have a book, why you are happy about this page? Where is the book? It's a page. It's not even 2 pages. It's one piece of leather.
A conference called the Strong Tower Conference with Jay Smith, and I mean he's working with different scholars on textual criticism of the Quran, and they're destroying it. I mean, the new information that I think he's going to release in November is I mean, their manuscript evidence and their textual, I mean, it's just horrible. They just don't know that. And
we will see what those guys will come with. I saw there's a guy, actually it's not Jay Smith, there's another guy Jay Smith is taking from him. He is like doing historian studies about Islam. In the beginning, actually, I did not accept what he said. That guy, I forgot his name. He's like, as an example, he said the real Mecca is in Petra, not in Mecca. In the beginning, I did not really accept what he said, because I did listen to Jay Smith, and obviously Jay Smith did not present it like in the whole image. He just taken a headline. So I did not agree with it. But then after that, I agree with him. Like, look like that the real Mecca is not what it says in the Quran. We don't know. Actually, for me, I don't really care if it's Petra, if it's Mecca, if it's shish kebab. It is stupid, and for me, I prefer to focus in what the Muslims believe in today, not in something they don't believe in order to destroy it.
Like one more part of the puzzle of demonstrating, archaeology has never helped Islam. It's destroying it. They're afraid.
Yeah, those guys, they are doing a good job. I support them. But I'm saying for them, they have different method of fighting this cult, exposing it. But for me, the Muslim believe in this. Let us say this is not even Islam, but this is what they believe in. So why I want to debate about something they don't believe in? Let us debate about what they believe in and show them how stupid it is. So all of us will do good work at the end of the day. Yeah,
I think both are good. Both are necessary, because I think for you and helping Muslims leave Islam, your strategy is probably the best. I think preventing Westerners from converting, having that other kind of evidence is really helpful, because I don't know. I just think they're both important, but obviously you're the Abdul Slayer, so.
I slay Islam. I don't want to say that Abdul Slayer. I love the Muslims. I want to help them. I slay the devil. I am not against. I'm not against those poor Muslims. I feel sorry for them. I am here to fight the devil and his lies. And the Muslims are victims of this cult, the same as many other people. You know, I walk in the street. You know, I think you are in America, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we walk in the street in America. We see people. They are, you know, some people like wearing those black clothes, and they have like 1,000 ring in their face, and some people worship the devil. I mean, people are victims. I feel sorry for them. I don't hate them. You know, a human being can be victim of many cults and many ideas, and in order to help somebody is not by to hate that person, but by trying to help him, to take him out of it. So when I speak to Muslims, I'm not fighting the Abdul. Yes, I say Abdul, we love some time, but the fact, I want the Abdul to be saved. I want them to be free. I don't want them to be slave of anyone. Abdul means slave.
Yeah, I know, and I agree. I mean, obviously, as Christians, that's what our goal is. I didn't mean to make it like.
I understand. But we have to be careful, because people, they might think, okay, this guy maybe is even using the word slay sound like violence too, you know, because people, they will take the outside of it, but they will play with it. However,
well, I actually have 3 more questions, so I don't want to take.
Can you make them 4 and go to heaven?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
Well, this one is the same kind of category as my first question, which the other thing that I heard, and I think this was just an imam, maybe it made a fatwa. I don't know exactly where this comes from, but they said because death does not end your marriage, that it's permissible to have intercourse with your freshly dead wife's body.
Yeah, well, this is because you see, Muhammad himself, as I told you, Muslims, they measure issues they have in their life with issues have happened in the time of Muhammad. When Fatima bint Asad, the mother of Ali, she passed away, Muhammad, he slept with her in her grave, and she was with no clothes, and he covered her and he covered himself. Now, the Muslims, they say that he did that in order to light the pressure of the grave on her. All right. Now,
what does that mean? Lighten the pressure of the grave, the torture of the grave, or
the torture
what
and the pressure, because like when they put the soil on you, supposedly that will make a pressure, and then Allah, he will squeeze the grave on you. He will torture you. You know. And then there's a scorpion will come, and there's 99 dragon will go inside the anus of the person and that woman. So Muhammad, because Ali is very important person for him, and he wanted to help his mother. So what he do, his mother, she was not really old, she was young, she's beautiful. Muhammad is an old man. He's already old man. So Muhammad, when I say old, I'm talking about a man. So Muhammad, he decided to make something nobody did, and all the Arab, they were wondering what this guy is doing. So he slept with her in her grave. So what the Muslim, they do, okay, a man, he have a wife, and he slept with her after she died. They measure this issue with Muhammad sleeping with a woman, she is not even his wife. The difference is, the Muslim, they say Muhammad, when he slept, he did not really have sex with that woman, he just slept with her. Well, the Muslim, they say today, will measure to that. If this is a stranger and she is lawful for him to do so because he made it lawful, why a woman, she is lawful for him, he cannot have sex with his wife even after she died? Why not? I mean, it's she is his property. According to Muslims, a woman, she is a property. He paid money to have her, and now he lost her because she is going to be buried in a few hours. So he has the right to use her as long he can use her. And this is why, you know, the fatwa, actually the fatwa have more explanation. The fatwa says, as I remember, that you have up to 6 or 7 hours after the death of the woman to have sex with her. Yeah. But
That-
everything have a reason. Everything have a reason, and obviously all the reasons of Islam is a failure because it's sick, it's disgusting, it doesn't make sense. And for me, I think it's satanic. I mean, a man, his wife, she just die. Is it time to have sex with her or to be feeling sorry,
is-
sad? I mean, what come to your mind to have sex with a dead person?
Yeah. I don't know.
You see, legally, still she is his wife. We know that, right? He's not really doing like adultery or anything, but
Even though
she's
she's his
dead.
wife,
But she's dead.
her body is dead,
Yeah.
and who she is no longer in her body. So it's the body of your wife. It is not who your wife is. You're
Well-
not having sex with your wife. You're having sex with your wife's
And their
dead
logic,
body.
and their logic is different. You see, the Quran says in chapter 4, verse number 34, because men they spend of their property in the women, they are in charge. So
Yeah,
this
I know
man,
that.
he, in order to have a wife, he spent a lot of money to buy her from her family, to pay her, to pay them money. Now he lost his cow. He have a few hours to use this cow, and he cannot eat her. A cow, maybe he will like, cut her pieces and eat her, but this is a wife. So what he would do? He will use her to the last moment to get his money back.
I mean, then apart from the ability to have children, why not just have artificially intelligent sex people in your house?
Actually, the Muslims are allowed. Get my books. I don't want to speak about those things here. They are really scary. But if you have my book, you will find the reference where Muslims are allowed to use sex toys, like using cucumber or what they call it. I forgot the name of the vegetable in English. It's like a cucumber, or to make a piece of
Woman or man to use?
Women they can use that. Women they can use, and men they can use like watermelon. They make a hole in it and they can, or they can use a dough, or they can use even a statues, or even they can have with a tree, anything have a hole. So
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
because supposedly the Muslim they believe that Islam is a religion of ease, not the religion of making things hard. So okay, a woman, she is horny, what she will do? She don't have a husband. To the point, there is a hadith that says, in the interpretation of the hadith, that if a woman she cut the penis of an animal and she inserted it in herself, she have to wash. So now they are teaching them what you should do after having sex with the penis of an animal. She cut it off, and now she is using it for sex. So after you cut it off, now you have to wash. What make it more important for them is washing, is not really what she is doing with the penis.
Yeah.
And Muslims, they have no problem with reading this. Actually, give me, let me. I don't want to. I don't know what to say now. Very embarrassing. But let me show you something.
Okay.
Somebody sent me, one of you actually, he sent me this link. Let me get it and put it in the screen. This link is a Muslim asking question. A Muslim, he's asking question. Let me see this guy. There's a Muslim is calling. Let me see if hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Stop lying.
Lying about what, my friend?
You're lying everything.
Like what? Give me one.
Right now.
Like what? Give me one. You need to give me one.
Yeah, right now you are lying about that
Okay, about what?
cucumber and everything.
About what?
That women using cucumber as sex toys and all.
Okay, if I show you the reference in front of your eyes, are you willing to read it?
I don't believe in hadith.
You don't believe in the hadith. Do you believe in the Quran?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to the Quran then. Are you ready? Do you promise me you will not hang up? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. Do you promise me you will not hang up until you read everything?
I don't believe in hadith.
Okay, let's go to the Quran then. Are you ready?
Yes.
Do you promise me you will not hang up until you read everything?
Uh, I don't believe in hadith. I believe in Quran. I don't know.
You believe in the Quran, right? Don't tell me you don't believe in the Quran now. You believe in the Quran, correct?
Yeah, but I don't know whole Quran, full Quran.
No
And
problem. I will
the-
show you. I promise. No, this is why I'm here, my friend. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you. No problem. Because as you said,
I don't.
you said I'm lying, right? So let's see who's lying here. If I show you the same from the Quran, what you would do?
I don't trust you.
You don't trust
You
the
will
Quran?
like.
You don't trust the Quran? This is
No,
Quran.
I don't trust.
This is Quran. The Quran says that your woman is the same as a ground, and you can dig in your ground as you wish, anytime you wish. What do you say? Chapter 2, verse number 223. Do you accept the Quran or you don't accept the Quran?
There is context, so
Okay, give me
I
the
don't.
context. No problem. Give me the context. It says here, your wife as a tilth. You know what tilth is? What tilth is?
No.
Let us search Google. Because look like your English is weak like my English. Look, both of us now we have funny English. We should call somebody. Okay. It says his cultivation of land. You know, when somebody have like a cow, and the cow like have something behind with the steel, and they dig in the ground, so they make a cut in the ground in order to put the seed. So what your prophet saying, your wife is the same as that ground to dig on it. Is that true? Do you agree?
I will have to ask my imam at the mosque.
Okay, ask your imam. I mean, who care? This is now. Can you call your imam live now? While we are talking, put him in the speaker. We talk, three of us. What do you think?
So,
Huh?
No, at this time he might be sleeping.
He might be sleeping. Why? Is Zakir Naik now? Where you live? In Pakistan?
Pakistan. Yes.
I live in India. My friend, if you tell him you will give him 1 kilogram of curry, trust me, he will wake up and he will have no problem to join us. Just tell him I will give you 1 kilogram of curry for free from a Christian prince. He will be happy. Now answer me. I don't care how you answer. The verse is in the front of you. How the women are the same as a tilth, so dig in the tilth as you wish, anytime you wish, whatever you wish. What does that mean? How you can dig in the women? What exactly you would do?
Human sex or something.
Human sex is to dig in the women. The women is a ground, we dig in it. How we can do that? What do you dig with? Do you have a shovel or something? What do you do? What do you dig with?
Okay, what's your point? What's your point? What do you want to prove?
You are the one who said to me I'm lying. I'm saying I'm showing to you what says in there Quran. You told me you don't believe in the hadith, so I showed you Quran now. So what I will do now?
So I
You
said
told me I'm
that
lying. Okay, you told me I'm lying. I told you I'm not lying. You
Okay,
said show me
listen,
the proof. I said okay, I will show you the proof. You said I don't trust you. I said don't trust me. Don't you trust the Quran? So I showed you the Quran. So now what we would do? Call a friend? Okay, let us listen. Listen, sir. What about you tell me something about Islam which is something strong, something good? Forget about Christian Prince and all those things he say, because he lie, right? He lie. Tell me something truthful about Islam. What you want to tell us? How you can convince me that Islam is a true religion?
Actually, I like the science of Quran.
I like it too. Actually, I love it. Tell me one. Tell me one of them.
There is lots of science.
Well, give me one.
But
Give me one. Give me one. But don't give me someone like, I mean, very strong one, because I want people to convert to Islam right away. Give me one which is not really too much strong. I don't want people to listen to it and then they convert to Islam. So give me one which will make millions of people, if they listen to it, convert to Islam right now. I'm listening. Give me one of the science of the Quran.
If you watch Zakir Naik, he said about
I watch him every day, my friend. Trust me, I watch Zakir Naik every day. This is why I learned about Islam. Zakir Naik is my teacher. I learned from Zakir Naik that women, they will have hur, which means,
I know you are joking. You are jealous about him. I know.
I'm jealous, very much jealous. I'm trying to grow my beard actually like him, and I bought a hat from India, the same exactly as the hat of Zakir Naik. One day I will send you a picture with me and in the hat. But now, can you give me one of the sayings of the Quran?
Yeah, he proved that
Which one? Which one?
universe. He proved that universe is expanding in his video,
Eh,
and lots of people were clapping. You can see on the video.
He proved that the universe is expanding. Well, you know, sadly, this is not what the verse saying. Chapter 51, verse number 47. Are you willing to read for me the interpretation for the verse?
Okay, you mean to say you know more than Zakir Naik? He is a scholar.
You see, he's not a scholar, he's a potato, because this is a lie. I can show you all the Muslim interpretation for the verse, and the verse you are talking about, chapter 51, verse number 47, it doesn't say that. He's a liar. Why all Muslim scholars say that this is not what the Quran is saying? Why you Muslim lie? Do you think a Jalalain is a liar? Ibn Abbas, what do you think about Ibn Abbas? He's a liar? Ibn Kathir, what do you think? I mean, why Muslims are lying? Why Zakir Naik he have a different interpretation from all the Muslim scholars? Who is lying? Either all Muslim scholars are liars or Zakir Naik is a liar. Choose one.
Okay, you tell me why would he lie? Zakir
Because he's
Naik,
a
why
liar. I
would-
don't know. He's doing a business. I don't know. You tell me. I have no idea. You know. Last
What
time
what
I saw
really-
Zakir Naik, it was, you know, when he was you know, selling falafel, and suddenly he became a doctor. You tell me. All your scholars, and I challenge anyone to show me one scholar agree with Zakir Naik. Just one. Nowhere it says that. It's a lie. Can you show me one scholar agree with Zakir Naik?
I don't remember the names.
Okay,
actually.
see, so the first one, it was a failure because we can show you all the interpretation for all the scholars, and they will say that this is a lie. Doesn't mean that. Do you have another scientific miracle?
The
You see, this is Tafsir al-Tabari. This is Tafsir al-Tabari, proving that Zakir Naik is a liar, and we can prove more, you know, from other scholars. You can choose anyone. You choose anyone. I will show it to you on the screen in a second. Anyone you wish. Zakir Naik is a big fat liar by the proofs and the reference in front of our eyes. Huh? So what do we do now? Do you want Al-Qurtubi, Al-Tabari, Ibn Kathir, Al-Baghawi, Ibn Ashur, Tafsir Christian Prince by Christian Prince? Which one you want? All of them, they agree that Zakir Naik is a scam, and it doesn't say what he said.
okay, first I have to study that.
Okay, now give me a different one. Forget about that one. Give me a different one. This one, it was a failure, did not work. What is the verse which is have science in the Quran? The first one, it was hocus pocus, falafel stuff. So which one is the one you think it's strong? Give me one, something strong, something solid.
The earth is round.
What?
The earth is round.
The earth is round? Where in the Quran it says the earth is round? What chapter? Do you know? I never saw one verse in the Quran says the earth is round.
Yeah, wait, he also mentioned that in one of his videos.
My friend, can you show me where the Quran says the earth is round? Okay, let us make a deal. If you show me that the earth is round in the Quran, I will shave my beard, which is like 20 foot, and make it 2 foot long. Can you show me the verse?
I will have to look that up in Google.
Okay.
But I'm sure you know what.
Don't hang up. Don't hang up. I will give you time. Go and search right now as we speak. Search in Google where in the Quran it says the earth is round. Just give me the verse, and I will show it on the screen, and we will see if this is true or not. What do you think? Good idea? Okay. Yeah. Don't hang up. I'm going to be listening to you. I will put you you know, like in hold, and when you are ready, just say hi, I'm here, I found it. It's going to take you 2 seconds. Actually, there's many Islamic website, they will help you. Guys, invite your friends, please, because our friend here, Mr. Islam, is going to show us that the earth is round in the Quran, and this is an amazing discovery. Nobody knows about it 1400 years ago. Please get ready, bring your popcorn, and you will see an amazing scientific discovery. No one spoke about it before.
Okay, but I'm sure you know about this verse.
My friend, just give it to me. Maybe you are talking about a different one. How I know? I mean, you tell me. Tell me. Okay, search in Google.
I know that you know whole religion, so you should know.
My friend, I am learning from you. Actually, to be honest with you, 99.9% of my knowledge about Islam is either coming from Zakir Naik or from Zakir Naik. So my friend, you know, please help me. Which verse is the one saying the earth is round? Search in Google just to be sure this is the verse you are talking about. What if I thought different verse and I'm wrong? How I can escape the judgment of Allah then? By making wrong. We cannot do that. Give me the verse. Search it.
Okay, wait, let me search.
Please invite your friends.
Okay, I will give you the link if you want to read.
Oh, it's a link. Can you read it for us from there? Just read it. I don't open links because, you know, it might have a virus. Last time I opened a link, Jibril, he came to me.
Okay, Quran 71 verse 90 chapter.
I wish you did not mention that verse because this is Quran what? 71?
71:19.
Man, I mean, this is really one of the most strong verses in the Quran, which it says the earth is round. Now, let me ask you, brother Abdul, are you sure that this verse saying that? Are you sure? It says that the earth there is a flat.
No, not flat. I'm not sure.
Round. Sorry,
Yeah.
round. But my friend, there it says it's flat. Are you reading from a Christian website or Muslim website? Abdul, I think you are reading from a Christian website because this is a verse saying the earth is a flat, my friend.
No, it's saying Allah has made the earth for you as a carpet spread out.
Okay, carpet is round. Have you ever heard of a carpet is round?
No, actually, not this verse. Sorry.
See, I told you this is a Christian website, my friend. Quote for me from Zakir Naik website. Are you quoting the wrong one? You just approve yourself now wrong. You just quote for the people the verse where it says the earth is like carpet. Allah make it like carpet. How you can fix that now? My friend, next time just text me. Don't say it so people will not hear you. Now people, they heard you. Chapter 71 verse number 19, it says that Allah, he made the earth as a carpet, and you are the one who gave us the word carpet. So you just made the opposite, brother. Don't do this mistake. The Christians will laugh at us now. It says Allah, he made the earth like a carpet. It's a flat. How Allah he say that?
Okay, listen, this translation may be wrong. I don't know.
Translations is wrong. We can go to the interpretation. Do you like to go to the interpretation?
No.
Translation is wrong, interpretation is wrong. Okay. Obviously, it's conspiracy against Islam, my friend. The Muslim translators, they are making conspiracy against the Prophet, and the Muslim interpretator scholars, they are against Islam, and they are saying the earth, Allah, he made it flat. I mean, disgusting. Christians against Islam, Muslims against Islam, scholars against Islam, sheikhs against Islam, Muhammad is against Islam. I mean, who's with Islam? Are you with Islam or you are against?
I'm not educated at this religion.
I'm not educated too. You are not educated about this religion. Are you a Muslim?
No, I'm not full Muslim. I mean,
half
I'm
Muslim. This guy is not a full Muslim. He's a half Muslim. Which part of you is a Muslim? The top or the bottom? What do you mean you are not a full Muslim?
I mean, I don't mean I can't leave.
My friend,
Okay, wait. Let me ask you a question, and I want your honest answer.
Please promise me you do not ask me something very strong, because I'm weak and I'm out of a glue. Last time a Muslim like you, he asked me a question, I spent like 2 months to glue myself together. So please don't make it hard. Go ahead.
Okay, so
no way. Are you saying that?
No.
I can answer this. This is a very strong question. We agreed to make it easier. How I can
let
answer
me.
this? This is so
You're
strong.
not.
Sorry, I cannot answer this. It's so much. This is bigger than my salary.
You're not. You're not even letting me ask you a question.
I thought you asked the question. Sorry, because I'm scared. So I thought this is a question. Okay, what the question was?
Okay, so I know you're living in Christian country.
I'm
So maybe.
leaving. Yeah, I'm leaving there. Yeah.
Okay, so
Hmm.
just for this, let's assume that some part of some part of Bible is wrong,
Hmm.
and you know that,
Hmm.
and you want to leave Christianity,
Hmm.
but you're living in Christian country.
Hmm.
How will you live? Means
Very
are you
easy.
not afraid
You
of
can
your
say
life?
just now. I can say I'm not a Christian no more, and that's it. There's no to do anything. Nobody will kill me, and nobody will do anything. There's many atheists in this country. There's people who don't want to be Christian. There's people who don't want to, they are Hindus. There's people. It's a free country. You can be whatever you want. This is not Pakistan, my friend. I thought you want to ask me something difficult, my friend. I mean, this is okay. Now, let's go back to the Quran and science. Did you find another verse in the Quran speaking about science in the Quran? Anything strong?
I will have to look for more.
Okay. Let me ask you, what is the best thing you found in the Quran? Like something you find it's so good. Did you find something very good in the Quran?
Actually, I don't remember. I from when I was born, from that time I was Muslim. So, I mean, you can say that I don't fully believe in
Do
this
you have a chicken
religion.
at home, Muhammad?
What?
Do you have a chicken at home?
Chicken?
Yeah.
We mean Allah or that? Yeah, I mean
Chicken,
meat,
Do you have a chicken?
meat of.
Do you have any birds at home in your house? Do you have any birds?
You mean as a pet or something?
Yeah, a bird, like a pet, or do you have anything like a duck or chicken, or do you have anything?
No.
Okay. Have you if somebody told you that I have a chicken and I made my chicken a minister, what do you think about it?
That's stupid.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to call a friend before you say I'm sure?
I can't at this time. Everyone is
Okay,
sleeping.
so you are sure that anyone he say a chicken became a minister, that is stupid. But this is what the Quran said. The Quran speak about a bird who was a minister of irrigation for Sulaiman, and this is the bird in front of us. Here we go, it's in front of our eyes. Beautiful bird, but this guy obviously he have a high rank in Islam. He was a minister. What do you say? Are you there?
Okay, man. Yeah, maybe there is some context you have to read.
Context. What context? It says there that the Prophet Solomon he was doing inspection over his ministers, and he found that this bird is gone, and he said, if he did not give me a reason, I will slaughter him. Imagine you have a chicken, and the chicken is a minister in your government, and he is absent. What do you do yourself?
Okay.
Why you are laughing? I mean, you are a Muslim. Are you laughing at yourself? Whatever. I mean, this is Islam, my friend.
No.
What I do? I mean, come on, show respect, my friend.
No, I'm not laughing about this. I'm laughing about something else.
You are not like, come on, don't say you are not laughing. We heard you. Obviously, you are laughing about the stupidity of Islam. You cannot resist.
No.
You could
No,
not
I
resist.
did not.
Everybody heard you. Everybody heard you.
No.
Okay,
No.
you are not laughing, but you are the one who said whoever believe in this is stupid. Did you
As
say
I
that?
said, there is some.
My friend, did you
Yes,
say? Did you say this is stupid or not? You said that.
but there is some context, so you have to read
What
the
context?
whole
This minister, he was a minister of irrigation, and he was in charge of finding women who have no hair in their legs. Do you like women with their hair in their legs? Hello?
Yes.
You like women with their hair in their legs? That's weird. I don't. I mean, that's okay. Anyway, this guy, this bird, look how beautiful he is. Look how beautiful, mashallah.
Okay, so what's the point?
What's the point?
I mean,
The
what
point
is-
is Islam is a stupid religion, my friend. How in the world? Look what it says here. Even the Muslims in their post, they says صور لطير سليمان الهدهد. All the Muslims believe that this is the minister of a prophet Solomon, who went to look for women who have no hair in their legs, and he found women. Her name is Balqis, which means the queen of Sheba. So what do you say about this? And you are the one who said whoever believe in this is stupid. Are you willing to leave Islam, my friend?
Yeah, but no.
He
So
will leave
no,
Islam.
no,
Guys, he say he will leave Islam. Thank you very
No,
much. That's
no,
wonderful. Oh,
no,
come
no,
on, you
no.
said that. You said that. Everybody heard you. Either you believe now in this bird to be a minister, or you leave Islam. Do you believe? Either you say yes, I believe is a minister, or you say I will leave Islam. I mean, there's no choice.
I think you already know the answer.
What is the
You
answer?
know,
You believe in this guy as a minister?
no, I already told you that
Okay,
I was
so
born.
you left.
I was born Muslim.
So you decide that Islam is a stupid religion. Did you decide already?
I can't say that.
Why
You
you
know
cannot?
where
A
I.
second ago you told me, come on, Islam, come on. You told me a second ago. I said to you, do you believe in this? You said to me, this is just stupid. You said this is stupid. Are you? Am I lying? Did you say to me this is stupid or not?
Yes,
Okay. Are you
but
saying Muhammad is stupid now? Are you saying Allah is stupid?
okay, listen, but I don't know full this Quran, so I
My
have
friend, no
to.
problem. We are here together, me and you. We can read it together. Do you want me to go to the interpretation for the verse? We can do that. What do you think?
No,
Why
yeah,
no?
we can't.
Why no? Why no? Why no? Why you are keep saying no? What is the problem? We can go right now, chapter 27, verse number 20, and we can read the interpretation. Okay, give me a second. Let us do it. Here we go. This is tafsir, and this is tafsir Ibn Kathir. I think you like Ibn Kathir. All people from Pakistan, they like Ibn Kathir. You know, I learned that in Pakistan they like three things in the world: Prophet Muhammad and Curry and Ibn Kathir. So if we go here to read this chapter,
Okay, before you
before
answer
what?
this,
Before
let
now?
me
Just wait, my friend. Let us see.
let me.
Let us see what Ibn Kathir is saying, my friend. Come on, let us focus together. Ibn
So
Kathir, is Ibn Kathir a
who-
Muslim or he is Zakir Naik? He is not Zakir Naik. This is a scholar.
no, let me ask you, who is Ibn Kathir?
Ibn Kathir is the son of Kathir. Ibn mean the son of. His father is Kathir. He is the son of Kathir. I think it's obvious, right?
So
Don't
why
tell me now
you?
who is his father. Okay,
So exactly. So we don't know. Is
he's a scholar. He's you
right or wrong.
scholar. You Muslim, you agree that he's a scholar. He is a very well-known Muslim scholar. His name is Ibn Kathir. He have many books. So don't tell me who's
But
who's Kathir, Ibn Kathir. Who is Muhammad?
but
Okay. Let me ask you. Who is Muhammad?
he's a prophet.
No. Who is he? Son of who?
Abdullah.
Okay. How his father is named slave of Allah, but he don't believe in Allah?
I don't know.
Yeah, here we go. So this is not the father name of Muhammad. In Arabia, if somebody is unknown, they say they say he is a slave of Allah. As simple as that. A slave of Allah, it's mean unknown. John Doe.
So Allah was
my
a
friend,
God before
Muhammad
Islam.
is a son of no one. Now, who is Ibn Kathir? This is your business. You can search it in Wikipedia or Wika Islam or Wika Chicken, and you will find who is Ibn Kathir. However, here it says that Prophet Solomon, he checked his ministers and he found that the hudhud is missing. What do you say? And
What is
Sulaiman
missing?
said, what is the matter that I not see the hubub? Or he is among the absence. Sulaiman, the Prophet Sulaiman, every day he count all the chickens and the birds he have. Every day in the morning he go and they salute him. And they call their name by number, like, sir, yes, sir. Drill sergeant, yes, sir. You know, soldier, you know, specialist, you know, officer, blah, blah, blah. So all the birds are in the army of Sulaiman. Have you ever heard of an army full of birds? I mean, a king have an army of birds and a human and
Okay.
genie. What do you think
Okay,
about that?
Okay, let me ask you one question. Does
No
priest
way.
in your church they lie, or they ever lie? Priest in
In
your
the
church?
church they lie?
No. Does the priest in your church, do they ever lie or so?
Yeah, there's
They
many priests they lie. I will give you a name. One of them, his name is Muhammad. He claimed to be a priest. I can show you from the Quran.
No, actually my intention is not that I want to criticize Christian. That my question was something else, like for example, priest in church, they never lie. Means, for example, they never lie about their religion because they believe in
Can
it.
you speak
So
slower? I mean,
like,
my friend, I don't understand anything now. You are speaking so hard. I mean, it's faster, and they are speaking now. I don't know. This is Urdu. What do you want to say? What do you want to say to me about the church? What do you want to say? Our
okay,
churches, my friend, the church is a place where people goes. There's bad, there's good. There's good
okay,
people, there's bad
no,
people. There's a
that
priest, he
is
can
not.
be a filthy
No,
man. There's a man,
no,
he can
listen,
be a good man. So what is the question?
no, listen to me. Uh, in church, I'm sure that most priests will never lie about their religion, right? I mean, they
I don't
will
know.
teach.
There's some they lie. But who care? I mean, this is their business. They lie, we expose them. If somebody lie, we get him busted. If a priest he says, I have an army of a chicken, I will get him busted. It doesn't matter if his name is the priest, his name is John or his name is Muhammad. Now, why you are changing the topic, my friend?
Okay, so okay,
Why you
leave.
don't want to talk about the army of the chickens? Why? I mean,
No,
is it embarrassing?
no,
What do you think about a guy he claim he is is a prophet and he is a king and he have an army of ducks?
no. Did you did your parent ever lie to you?
What?
Never, right? Did
What?
your parent ever lie to you?
I
Parents.
don't
Did your
know. I
parents
never
ever?
know. I don't know if they lie to me. I don't know.
No, I'm sure they will never lie to
Okay,
you.
I think my grandma once she lied to me. I asked her where I came from. She said to me, Santa Claus, he dropped you in the chimney. And
Okay,
later I
you're
found that this is not true. It was
no.
Santa
This is
Claus who
serious.
dropped me in the kitchen, not in the chimney. What does have to do
Okay,
with
this
our
is
topic, my friend? I'm asking
the
you,
top. No,
are you saying Allah is a liar?
no. The point is that why would my parents lie about this religion? If it is not
Because
uh,
your
true.
parents is not lying to you. Your parents are ignorant. They learn false information. They think it's true. I don't want to insult your parents, my friend. Your parents are good people. This is not my topic. I'm talking about Islam and what Islam teach. I don't want to talk about your parents and my parents. If my parents and your parents they sit together, they will make a nice rice with curry and they will enjoy their time. This is not our business now. Leave them alone. Look at this. We have a prophet. His name is Muhammad. They claiming that there's a prophet from his religion. His name is Solomon. He have an army of a chicken, an army
Actually,
of
Solomon is
genie.
also a prophet in Bible.
Huh?
So
Huh?
Solomon is also is there in Bible. So it is not only in
He's in the Bible.
Quran.
Okay, how come the Solomon in the Bible he don't have an army of a chicken? If we are talking about the same prophet, why this prophet here have a chicken army and ducks army and hudhud army, but the one in the Bible don't have that? Why is that?
I don't know. I have to study about it.
Okay,
So
now we go to zero. Do you think really that Solomon he have an army of birds? Be honest with me.
no.
Okay, so the Quran, are you saying the Quran is lying?
Again, I have to read everything. So
What do you
I
mean you
can't
have,
say. I can't,
my friend? Okay, I will show you. I'm here to show you. I am here to show you. Don't tell me I will read everything. And I notice every time I show you something, you said, I don't want, I don't know. You don't want to read it. Don't tell me I need to read. I'm showing you. I'm not showing you on the screen. In the same chapter, actually, it says that Suleiman, he have a flying carpet. Have you ever seen a flying carpet of Alibaba? I'm serious. Did you see a flying carpet? Do you believe in
no.
a flying carpet? You don't believe in it? Okay, what if I show you in the Quran that Suleiman have a flying carpet?
I saw in one of your videos. I know about what you're.
Okay, so okay, what do you think about the Quran saying that Suleiman he have a flying carpet?
I think maybe Muhammad got possessed, so he got wrong words from Satan. So
Wrong what? What wrong words? It says what is Suleiman الريح عاصفة And there,
No,
if we go and read the
no,
interpretation, it says it
no.
clearly that
Let
Suleiman,
me.
he have a flying carpet. It can carry all the equipment of his army. Chapter 21, verse number 81. Do you like me to
Let
show it to you?
let me answer you.
Sure.
I think what is happening is what is happening is that Muhammad got possessed. So
Okay.
he got some wrong words from Satan. So
So are you saying these verses are from Shaitan? He's the one stupid one. He's saying those stupid lies.
yeah, Allah has not said this. He's said,
You know what? Now I know. I thought thank you for helping me. I thought this is more, now we know why they are stupid. Those verses. This is Shaitan. Shaitan. He
yes.
put in the mouth of the prophet those verses, which is stupid. And now people, they think it is Muhammad who is saying stupid things and doing stupid things. But the fact, those are satanic verses. But my friend, the Muslims, they say the Quran says Allah took off those verses. They are not in the Quran no more.
Okay. Did I said my name or something? I
What?
mean, I don't want my name to. I mean,
I did not say your name. No, don't. I did not say your name. I did not say
okay.
your
No,
name. The only name they knew about you that your name is Abdul. Don't worry.
okay. Please don't mention my name.
No, your name. I will not say that your name is Muhammad Adnan. Don't worry.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Uh,
So now,
so
do you see in front of me? It says that Allah, he gave Sulaiman, he gave David and Sulaiman, they gave him amazing kingdom. And like here it says, وَسَخَّرْنَا مَعْ دَاوُودَ الْجِبَالَ يُسَبِّحْنَا الطَّيْرَ. And here it says that he even command a carpet, and the carpet fly. What do you say about this? Look at this. This is Sulaiman now, and to Sulaiman we subjected the wind strongly. Ragging means
actually,
we subjected the strong wind to Sulaiman. And then he says here, and of everything we have all knower. So Allah, he knows everything. Let us see the knowledge of Allah. He said that Sulaiman, he had a mat made of wood, which means a carpet made of wood, in which he would place all the equipments of his kingship, horses, camels, tents, troops. Then he would command the wind to carry it, and then he would go underneath it, and it would carry him aloft, shading him and protecting him from the heat. So look, this flying carpet can carry all the army of Suleiman, horses, animals, tents, chickens, everything. What do you think?
Right. It is honestly, I don't know what to say.
Do you wish to have a flying carpet like this? Be honest with me, Muhammad Adnan.
Okay, I agree that there is some stupid things in Quran. So I already gave an explanation that it is possible that Muhammad got possessed. So this verse is coming from Satan. So it's possible.
So this is the whole chapter. Look like the whole chapter is from the devil. Not only this verse, because this chapter here is full of crazy stuff.
Yeah, it is possible. Yeah.
Okay. How we can solve this problem now, Muhammad Adnan? What we should do now? We should like burn these pages in the Quran. What we should do? Because obviously now people, they are laughing at Islam, but they should not do that, because obviously those are from the Shaitan. Those are satanic verses, satanic chapters. So what we should do? Do you have a solution?
Okay, so why so many people believe in Quran?
They have to be stupid. I mean, don't you see that? You just yourself, you said this is stupid. You said that, right? So how they believe in the Quran? They have to be stupid to believe in this.
Oh no, I said stupid because it may be from Satan, so we don't know.
Okay, but I mean, you agree and I agree that this is stupid. You are the one who told me, who believed that in the army of Suleiman there's a chickens and birds. He must be stupid. You said that, okay. And now you said that the one who believe in flying carpet is stupid too. So now,
But
okay. So what we will
no,
do
but
now?
no, I said it is stupid because it came from Satan, not from Allah, not
It's
from Allah. So
it's okay, but how you know it's not from Allah? Because it's stupid, right? You are saying because it's stupid. I don't agree it is from Allah, but there's no proof that it's not from Allah. You are just trying to save the ass of Allah, saying that this is stupid, and by saying that Allah will be saved. So Allah cannot make such a stupid thing. Hello, okay, but there is a proof. Can you prove to me that it's not Allah who's saying that? All the Muslims agree that the Quran is the book of Allah, and that's it. Prove to me that this is the one who said that is shaitan. Prove it.
Mm.
Do you have a proof?
actually, you know that God will never make mistakes. So
Yeah,
that is the proof.
God don't mistake, but God make a flying carpet. He make the flying carpet, and as you see, they work. They can
But
carry the
I
whole kingdom of Suleiman, even the chickens. Even actually, if you go and read more, it says that he put in the top of the flying carpet 600,000 chair. Let me ask you, Muhammad Adnan, did you ever do snorkeling or diving?
yeah.
Have you ever seen of a genie he dived to bring you diamonds?
Okay. No. We are going off topic. So
No, this is the same topic. The same topic in the same chapter. It says that Suleiman, he have shaitan who dive for him to get him rubies and diamond.
okay,
What do you
okay,
say
I
about
agree.
that?
This is stupid. So
This is
what is the
stupid too.
point now?
Okay, so now we have more stupid things. I mean, this Quran is full of stupid things. What we would do now? Each time we read something, we find it's stupid. So look what the Quran is saying, that Suleiman,
No,
he have shaitan who dive for him to get him rubies and jewelries and diamonds and even iPad. And then
no,
after
not
they come from the ocean, they come back from the ocean. Do you know what Suleiman he did to them? Do you know?
no.
He put them in the chains. After they come back from the water, right away when the shaitan come from the water, Suleiman, he grabbed him, he put him in the chain because he might run. Makes sense. So look at this. And also the shayateen, every kind of builder. Imagine Suleiman, according to the Quran, he have a corporation. All the employees in that corporation are shayateen. The supervisor is a shaitan. The builder is a shaitan. The guy who do the concrete is shaitan. The guy who do the plumbing is shaitan. The guy who work in the tiles is Satan. The one who do the watering for the concrete is shaitan. The one who do what else, guys? What we do? The one who installed the kitchen is shaitan. All the employees are shaitan. They are the builders for him. Have you ever heard of such a thing, that there is a prophet, all his employees are shaitan? No. Well, I want you to say, agree then that Islam is a stupid religion. Just say it. I mean,
no, not
what do you mean?
whole Islam.
No, Islam is a stupid religion. You agree that this is stupid. This is what in front of you. This is Islam, my friend. So why you don't
No,
agree?
not.
My friend,
No,
this
I
is
didn't
this
say.
is Quran.
No,
This
I
is
didn't.
Quran. This is Quran, my friend. Quran saying that. So for how long you will deny the truth that this is a stupid?
But I already told you that it may be from Satan. So we don't know.
My friend, you can say whatever you want, but this is what is written in the Quran. Do you have a proof that this is not Allah speaking? All the Muslims believe that this is Allah speaking. All the Muslims. You are the only one trying to protect Islam from this stupidity and saying to us, the screen is black. Why the screen is black? Maybe the connection is weak. Okay, hold on.
What?
No, the people, they told me that they cannot see my screen. I think because of the
Oh.
black magic. I think, black magic, somebody doing black magic here. Do you believe in black magic?
I know where you're going.
Do you believe in black magic? Be honest with me.
I know where you are going with this.
Where
You
I'm going,
will
where I'm
talk
going with this.
about
What do you
story
think?
of Muhammad.
Where I'm going with this?
You will talk about the story of Muhammad getting black magic.
Right. Okay, but do you believe in black magic? This is not. I'm not talking about Muhammad now. I'm talking. Do you believe in black magic?
I don't know. Maybe yes. Yes,
Okay.
yes. I will.
Okay, my friend, for some reason my screen is not showing. I don't know why. We lost the screen. So I have to say to you, thank you for today. Maybe you can call me tomorrow. Tomorrow we will do podcast mostly. call me, and I really like talking to you because I learned a lot from you. Especially I learned that the Quran obviously is coming from Satan, and everybody heard you saying that, and I have to agree. Quran is full of satanic verses. Thank you very much for calling, Mr. Muhammad. And if you don't want me to say your name in Skype, my friend, change your name there. You can go to the profile and do editing. And you see, I did not tell them that your name is Muhammad Adnan. Nobody knows. Just this is, you know. So go to your profile and change your name there in the editing and make it like a name. Don't name yourself again Muhammad Adnan, so people will not know who you are. And for me, I don't want to tell them that your name is Muhammad Adnan. That's why I did not say your name. Okay?
Yeah.
But go to your profile and change it.
Yeah, I will do that now.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Muhammad Adnan. Thank you for calling. Bye-bye. All right, guys. I don't know, like the screen is not working, but what we can do? Let us see. I will try again to share the screen. Obviously, it's a black magic thing. Still, the screen is not coming for you? Not coming, right? Yeah, sadly, it's not working. I don't know what to do. Anyway, guys, I think we have enough for today. Like, we are already for a few hours here. And really, I need to walk a little bit because my knee hurt from sitting all those hours. I want to say thank you, guys, for being here. May the Lord bless you. At the same time, I say to the Muslims, I don't hate you, and I'm not making fun of you. I'm making fun of the stupid religion. It's called Islam. You are not my enemy. I would like to be a friend for everyone in this earth, not only Christians, Hindus, Buddhas. I would like and I would love to have Muslims to be my friend, but Islam is forbidding you to be my friend. The problem is Islam, not me. I like to be a friend with you, and I like to share with you the truth. And I want you to see what I see in your eyes, not in my eyes, which means I want you to see with your own understanding. You find out, you think, you search, you study. I help you, but you check it out. If this is true, then how you believe in this garbage? The same as what happened with our friend here who called me. He keep calling me liar, and then he admit that the Quran is the book of the devil. So I want to say thank you, guys, for being here. May the Lord bless you. And until we see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be around the same time, around 3:30 mostly. So be with us tomorrow. May the Lord bless you all. And as always, we say, Christ is Lord, Islam is false. And we see you soon again. God is winning. Thank you very much.